Okay.
Hey, and we here on time.
On time.
As always, man.
Matter of fact, they late.
Yeah, bump what y'all talking about in the comments, man. We are never late, always on time, man. We got you. Great content coming. Another full panel Friday. Got 4 squares. Me, got man down Zoe. We got Jay. We got Dominique here, man. We're gonna give y'all. We got a nice little show for y'all, man. So, yeah, welcome. And what's up, man? Happy Friday. How was your week? What's going on?
Jay,
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Y'all get these likes up if y'all in the building.
Yeah, please, when you walk in the door, hit the doorbell, please.
Absolutely.
Jay, what's going on, man? What's happening?
You don't know.
Man, I'm here.
So you don't get fined? Yeah, so you don't get fined.
Dominique, how you doing this week? How you doing today? What's going on?
I'm doing so good. It's raining here in the Bay, but I'll deal with it.
Yeah, that was it was man, that game last night. Anybody watch it?
No.
Yeah.
I did not watch it. I saw
it was a field goal game. It was 12-6. Rams beat the Niners, and both quarterbacks honestly really couldn't get anything going. Yeah. It was raining.
Wait a minute, you're talking about that game. I thought you were talking about a different game. The Rams beat the Niners. What the hell?
Yeah,
I picked the Rams, and so did Jay, and so did Chris.
Yes, sir.
I hate you all.
Speaking of that, thank you for that segue, Zoe. I didn't get a chance to get the graphic up, but just take my word for it and take the word for everybody else that there is somebody other than Jay occupying the top spot in our Pick'em League.
It is.
Who might that be?
It's you, Chris. I give it credit.
Wait.
I'm really mad about that.
There's not somebody other than Jay. There's someone in conjunction with Jay. We're not gonna do that.
Oh yeah, we just gonna put you.
No, because for I give you credit for a while. It has been you and you alone, but you got some company up there at the top this week, Jay.
I mean, I see Chris number 1 and I see Jay number 2. That's what I see. I don't see company. I see 1 and 2.
E, what up,
Well,
our fellow panel member,
first
man?
of all,
blessings to you, brother.
The only reason why they have him ranked 1 and me ranked 2 is because I've been 1 solo for forever. It's based off of the last
that's
week.
How it works. I think it's about who has the momentum and winning.
It's really
about momentum. It's about you guys not being able to stop a wave that's already in motion. Shout out to you, Chris, number 1.
Thank you. Yes, Mikey Brass. Yours truly is sitting in pole position. Pause. So,
okay. So first of all, he has the same
What
amount
up,
of
Eric. What up, big dog?
So if we're gonna be honest, listen, I can easily go ahead and go. I can easily take it right now. I had to make it interesting. All I really got to do to get 1 game above you is just choose the Bills.
Is that what you feel?
This the week right here. Hey, listen.
Is that what you feel?
This is the week. See.
You know what? If there was, and I don't want to go into like excuses or anything like that. But if there was a game that we lose because of the injuries on defense, it would be this one.
That's what I was saying. When I saw that they were playing this week, I said, okay, I want to see who Jay's gonna pick, and I want to see who Chris gonna pick.
Oh,
I'll tell you, I'll go ahead and remove suspicion.
Okay, go ahead.
I picked the funky ass Lions. I picked the Lions, and here's why. The Buffalo can't stop the run, and the Lions have the best running back tandem in the league. So
fair,
they should be able to. They should be able to run the ball down Buffalo's throat. Pause. So
here's hoping, man. And we got the Funeral Blacks this weekend, so we shall see.
What's your record in those?
1-0, because we only won once this year.
We won once this year, so okay, 1-0.
So hold on. Mikey Brass told me we got saved by the doing. First of all, I'm sitting in the stands, and I'm like, dude, I really hate when you play for the field goal, especially you're down to your 3rd string kicker. So I'm like, this could go real bad.
Mm-hmm.
But because the Chargers was trying to let the Chiefs score, but Andy Reid was like, nope. So when we got that last first down with Kelsey, I was like, yo, they don't run the clock out, milk the clock out, kick that 31-yard field goal. And it was cool, man. The building was electric. Yo, you had to be there.
I bet. Especially off the doink, man. You know, when the doink happens, you can hear it. I don't know if they got mics in the uprights, but you hear the doinks. So it's like boom. So when you hear it, you think, oh snap, where'd it go? And luckily, for some reason, man, the football guys is smiling on y'all,
man.
But it bounced the right way and it went into the net. So, y'all, I mean, but they say you got a problem with it, stop them.
I mean, I talked to some guys while I was there, man, and I got some problems coming up, man. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna.
You got some problems.
The NFL, the NFL, the whole league.
Oh, you actually was actually able to talk to the guys that you've been saying for the whole season. You made calls to.
Yeah.
You was actually able to actually talk to them face to face.
He was definitely on that sideline, and I needed you to tap me Cole and tell him to give me a call.
Hey, listen. So first of all, stupidest piece of jury I've seen. Second stupidest piece of jury I've seen was Mecole Hardman. Okay. Stupid is Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood, what's his? I don't know what his is.
Man, it might be a shark. I don't know what it is. But it's this wide, and it sparkles like the night sky.
Man, listen. When I was younger, I used to say, you know, I couldn't tell the difference between real diamonds and fake diamonds until you see some real water like that.
Yeah, some real ice.
Some real ice like that.
Real ice. Yeah, it's like
you can see okay, that's different. You know what I mean?
That's definitely not cubic zirconium like what I was used to.
Yeah.
but I will say this about Mecole Hardman. Now, being in the players' parking lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell y'all online what he actually has, but
yeah,
he had the stupidest whip in the whole players' parking lot.
And the second stupidest chain?
Mecole Hardman?
That's
Damn. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Shout out Mecole,
but
man.
Before we talk about anything else, dude got some bills to pay. So
he's an underdog.
Shout out to our sponsor, Underdog.
Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports. I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some NBA action with Underdog Fantasy in their pick'em game. Just find your favorite player, or any player for that matter, pick higher or lower on that player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in one night. Pick between 2 or 5 players to fill your pick'em entry. Get every pick right, and you can net yourself some serious cash. Use the promo code Man Down Sports and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Plus, now that it's football season, you can follow Man Down Sports as we reveal our favorite picks from week to week. Like I said before, pick your favorite player, pick higher or lower, choose your dollar amount, and win some money. It's just that easy. Make picks, win money. We also want to thank Underdog Fantasy for partnering with us, and we want to thank you for helping the channel out by using Man Down Sports on Underdog Fantasy.
Shout out to our voiceover man for that. Whoever that dude is. But before we get into our topics, as you see, we got the rundown right there. We got some decent topics for you. But before we get to that, we always got to show thanks and love to our members. So Zoe, without further ado.
Yes, sir, man. We want to appreciate the people who have patronized this business that we call Man Down Sports. We thank you for your membership. We thank you for your dollars. We thank you for your loyalty and coming to see us every Friday. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. All right. So first and foremost, Savon Arnold, OG in the game. Shout out Mel. The Joker 687, Zeno Omega, Simply Newbie. Or Noob, I guess. Malachi Israel, Scott Merriweather. Scott Merriweather. I won't mess it up again, Scott. If you in there. Ashley H. It's not that serious. Keith Brazel, Mark Darnell, right hand cam, Mikey Brass, what up, dog? Big T. Doc Holly 003, Andrea Williams, James Reed, Demetrius Day, Taco Master, one of his accounts, Beast Mode Bones, 33 Shuggy, Cedric Franklin, E. King, Steve Calvert, Unspoken Voices, Taco Master. His other account, 64 Slim, Ryan Walters, Jay Barrett, WW, Shay J, R Bean, Jeffrey Guy out, Funky Town, Shy Rider, West Sider, Michael Tofia, and Wiz Man Ballin. We appreciate you guys for tuning in and locking in with us and thinking we are worthy enough for your membership. We're going to keep providing content for you guys. So we definitely appreciate it.
Yes. Shout out to the members. Thank you. And thank you. And if you're not a member, you're missing out, man. So go ahead, jump on the wagon, enjoy. We're gonna have some content coming for you guys. Already got some content out there for you guys. Also, if you're not subscribed to the Patreon for the post game, you are also missing out on that. So we got the link in the bio for that as well. So you can go enjoy some content that's not just about sports, but it's us at our rawest and our most uncut. So please go and check that out for some.
Y'all was there last week.
Last week was a movie.
If y'all was there for last week, it was some of y'all in there last week, and so y'all know. But yeah, it's worth it. Jesus.
Yeah, last week
Mikey
was
Brass. The answer is amazing, simply amazing.
Oh, 15 on that run.
15 in person, seeing that magic in person.
Jump on that wagon. Slight pause.
Whoa, wait a minute. You did say that.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'll let it ride.
But keeping it pushing, man, we got a couple of news reads to get into real quick. So Zoe, please hit us with the news.
Absolutely. First and foremost, I want to say thoughts, prayers for first of all, let me start that over because that sounded horrible. We would like to send our prayers out to Randy Moss, who is now a cancer survivor. I know a couple of weeks ago, he came on air letting them know he was going to be taking some time off. Come to find out, he had a cancer scare. I would say he did have surgery performed in Charlotte today. He says he's a survivor. Of course, now that also makes you more aware of the epidemic that is cancer. Shout out to anybody who knows someone who's a survivor. And a survivor, I don't mean you lived through it. I mean you stood up and fought it. I know a lot myself. So shout out to Randy Moss, man, for his fight. Continue to fight, and everybody whose fight that is. How y'all feel about Randy Toss coming out and letting people know what that health scare was, that he talked about a couple of weeks ago?
I think it was big, man. He didn't have to do it, but I think it was big, man. Prayers to him, and also Dick Vitale, man, the voice of college basketball, also being cancer free right now.
Absolutely,
he's been battling for the last 2 or 3 years, a couple different things, man. So prayers up for them, man. And seeing it up close and personal, seeing people fight, man. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, and I tell everybody it's the great equalizer because it don't care who you are, how much money you have, what you've been through, or anything, man. When it jumps on you, it's on you. So, may the Most High be with everyone who's fighting that battle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Cancer is one of them things. It's just no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, cancer is the one thing that everybody, we can all equally say, F cancer, whether it's you've been affected directly, indirectly. Cancer is one of those things. So shout out to Randy for being transparent with us, with his fans and stuff like that. Let us know what's going on. Definitely prayers to him for a speedy and full recovery from. What else we got, Zoe?
Okay, for sure. My screen was doing something crazy. College football awards. It's been a lot of talk. Ashton Jonty and Travis Hunter are for the Heisman, but some of those college awards did come out. Travis Hunter did win the Player of the Year Walter Camp Award for player. However, Ashton Jonty won the Maxwell Award for Player of the Year overall. Travis Hunter also won the Biletnikoff, which is the Outstanding Receiver Award, and I think he won another award for DB. Cam Ward won the Davey O'Brien as the best quarterback, but none of that really matters because the award that we want to talk about is absolutely the Heisman. Who you got and why? And do you think that any of these awards are indicative of who's going to win the Heisman?
Well, I'm about to piss a lot of people off.
Do it.
Doesn't matter. Like Dude, just think of all the Heisman winners you can think of. It literally does not translate into professional success. Like you can't look at a Heisman winner and say, hey, he's going to be something in the league. Like I've seen it both ways. Pause.
But no, I get what you're saying, because like you look at, we'll go on one side, we'll say like a Tim Tebow or a Johnny Manziel, right?
Trent Richardson.
It didn't really do much, but then you also got your, I guess you could say your Baker Mayfield. Maybe, I mean, he's still doing something, but
starting to be.
Look what it took. Like who's the last Heisman winner that was in the league and was that boy for real?
Reggie.
He wasn't that boy.
He really
was up and down.
Like in the league, he was good all the way up until he left New Orleans. That was when his downfall was.
Dude, if he was like that, he would have never left New Orleans. That's what I'm saying. Like he wasn't like that. Like,
is it Lamar Jackson? Is Lamar Jackson the best?
It's got to be.
Lamar.
RG3.
It's got to be more than this, though. It's got to be more than RG3 didn't have a chance. Did you say RG3? What'd you say?
But that's what I'm saying. Like
some of the comments.
Yeah.
First say RG3.
RG3, if he would, I mean, he just got the wrong deal.
Yeah, it was a raw deal.
Hold on.
Joe Burrow.
There's a comment that says Paul is homophobic. Tell it to remote control. On a remote control, man. So I guess play and rewind is homophobic too.
Burrow. So I'm hearing Joe Burrow in the comments as well. And it's very early to tell, but Jaden Daniels is giving hope.
So I bet you wasn't ready for that, was you?
I wasn't. I didn't know where you was gonna go with it. I didn't think it was gonna be there, but here we are.
Tell that to remotes, man. I don't know.
To answer the question that Zoe presented, I've said this before. I definitely think that Travis Hunter is deserving of it because to be able to play both sides of the ball,
but dude, he should win it. But his ceiling, listen to me, as a corner, his ceiling will be a slot corner. He's too small. His ceiling is a number 3 corner, and his ceiling as a receiver is a slot receiver. That man,
he is thin. He is really
just too like he gonna have to, he gonna have to get size on him. And I don't know if you put size on him, does it affect his speed? 9 times out of 10 that happens, right?
Of course.
So I don't know, man. But for college football, he's the prototypical perfect college football player, which Tim Tebow was the prototypical perfect college quarterback. The league different, man. That's all I can say, man. And I wish him success. Now, the running back,
Johnson.
Listen, man, I call that man Genetti, like he was with the Rockets.
With the Rockers.
No. But yo, he has a better chance of having instant success in the league.
I think so too.
In my opinion.
Better translation, yeah.
However, for what Travis Hunter does, and like he's playing 97% of the plays, like you gotta respect it.
That's
tough. He's going both ways, and like it ain't like they saving him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He playing downs that don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Because every down matters to him. So now you gotta kind of big that up. And here's the crazy part. He was hitting at a HBCU.
He was at Jackson State.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that the biggest part of all this is that scouts and stuff need to look a little deeper for talent.
Definitely.
100%. 110%.
110%. That's a great point right there. Great point. But I think that just really quick before we move to the last news read, I think that I think it's pros and cons to Ashton Jonty being the guy that they game plan for, and he's still not being able to be stopped. Because who else do you know on that Boise State roster?
The blue turf,
the Bronco,
the bluegrass.
Exactly. So I mean, I think that the pros and cons, he's going to have more opportunities. And at the same time, to be the number one on the scouting report and they still can't stop it, that says a lot about you, but it also says a little bit about your competition. Colorado played some tough teams this year, and the bounce back that they had from 2 seasons ago where they won 1 game to now being bowl eligible, a lot of that has to do, of course, with Coach Prime, of course, with Shedeur, but with that number 12 dude who is locking up their best receiver and also being the best receiver on that team. So
dirt in your best corner. Because I never forget that game against Colorado State this year, and he had that corner in a blender in the red zone.
He put him in the gulag, bro.
but just think in the league, that man can't guard Chase. That man can't guard Justin Jefferson. But nobody can. But you know what I'm saying.
But yeah, I do want to see what his man body looks like. Like you need to grow up, bro. Like it's yeah. I was trying to figure it out. But like you need to when you become a full grown man, everybody as men and women as well, you know, our body goes through changes.
That don't become full. Women don't become full grown men. That's not how anatomy works.
Let Dominique tell it. Trae Young don't become a full grown man either.
He doesn't either.
Some people don't. Some people never get there.
And speaking of which, I got a video coming out tomorrow about the Hawks who just went in the Garden.
Man, rolling dice on the Knicks logo, man.
Check them up. They ain't running mates, but
Trae Young has now developed into a man. I mean,
what?
Just the way that he's been beating the Knicks.
Yeah,
he's developed into a man. I can't keep. I mean, look, his appearance is. Look, the guy needs to go back to the hospital, get developed more, you know, but.
My bad.
Look, it should tell us this is a very telling thing, isn't it? That Trae Young can be doing this in the NBA. It shows us where the state of the NBA is. Very sad place.
Which is
he's strong, he's tough, and I'm actually rooting for him. Undersized guard. To me, he's like the little engine that could.
Oh my God.
His skull is not developed properly. Like what?
It's still soft. It still needs to be molded.
He got a tender spot. He still got a soft spot.
You see, he finally like
he definitely got a spot where hair don't grow.
He definitely does.
He's too young to have that spot, man.
Yeah, he had it since his first year of college.
Since he was born. Because the skull, it didn't develop. He's had cradle cap his whole life.
Don't do my dog like that. He don't even look like this.
Little do you know, that's life size.
Don't do my dog like that. Don't do my dog like that. He is hooping, and that team is hooping. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But speaking of hooping,
who else is hooping, Zoe?
Somebody had a 30 ball last night. Who was it? Who had a 30 ball last night? Somebody tell me.
Carlton Banks.
Elmer's glue.
He was standing there after that shot.
Blank man.
He was hoping to win it.
Number 8. None other than what? Mr. 333?
333. Had a 30 ball last night, man. Shout out to Bronny James. Honestly,
he balling though, man.
Shout out to Bronny. I felt like the circumstances of the game were not important because there were loads of things that like I could criticize about it as to how he got to that 30, but just for his own confidence, I think that was a really good game for him, no matter how it came about. Honestly, there was a lot of trickery in that game. If you guys watched it, it was like watching Caitlin on the Iowa team. Really? Nobody else. Yeah, like everybody is horrible on the team. He took 23 shots and no one else on the team. I think they took like under 10 shots, every player. So it was designed. They designed the offense around him to shine. But the good news is that he stepped up into that opportunity and he scored the ball. Took him 23 shots, but he did it.
And side note, it was his first G League road game.
Exactly. His daddy is letting him play.
You should have been going on. Anyway, I'm not going.
We already know.
I'm not going to do it.
What I hope for Bronny out of that is that he was the person that pushed for that. Like, hey, Dad, I want to play in these road games. I need this. This is something I need to do for my development. I want to play basketball wherever I can.
My boy Dino said there is such thing as a bad 30.
I mean, it
is. And
it was.
Look at what Dino followed it up with. No hate here, but 30 on 23 shots isn't impressive.
Hey, Dino, man, that boy was putting up 2K rec numbers, huh?
It ain't horrible though.
It ain't hard. It could have been worse.
I've seen
it
28 on
worse.
28 attempts. Like you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Me too.
It
So-
could have been worse. It could have been
Could have
worse.
been much worse, and
Yeah.
It could've
I
been-
mean,
it
he
could've
could have
been
missed every
30.
shot. He could still be 0% from three, but he hit 3 of his, I think it was 9 3-pointers that he took.
He was
Oh,
3
so
for 9.
33%.
I think, man, it does something for your psyche to see the ball continue to go in. So,
Right.
you
No,
know,
for sure.
maybe
Maybe
this is the start of something.
Yeah, maybe this unlocks the door and he can finally start getting into a groove. But also, he just needs to consistently keep playing these
Absolutely.
road games.
You can't find a rhythm if I'm only playing home games.
Right.
And you know what? I got it. I'm gonna give.
But he also can't find a true rhythm, though, Zoe, if his dad and the coaches and the Lakers in general continue to manufacture his games, you know, making sure that Quincy Oliveri, Maxwell Lewis, Jalen Hood Schifino are not there so that he can get all the shots. You know, that's not realistic.
Not realistic.
So how is that going to actually help him when he's getting called back up into the NBA games?
That's a really
And
good.
every shot that he took, like all his shots from outside, they were all uncontested. So it truly, when I tell you the game looks super manufactured for him to go out there and be able to cook,
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like even the Valley Suns were paid off not to defend. I'm not kidding. That's what it looked like in that game.
There's potentially an answer to your question, Dominique, and that goes right into our first topic.
Let's do it.
Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, you know, in their podcast was talking about some things that could, you know, help the Lakers get over this little situation that they got going on right now. So here's what Paul Pierce and KG had to say about the Lakers situation.
So check your horn.
Huh?
I got you, Jay.
Oh,
Go ahead, Chris. My bad.
Here we go.
On the show up. What is the show? You trade AD. No, and then you bring Bronny up for the rest of the season and let them cook. That's what you got to do. And let Bron and Bronny cook, trade AD, and let Connect and the young guys develop.
Bro, stop, bro.
And let Bron play.
Bronny cook.
Yeah, let them cook.
Oh, I can't let P off of that, bro. You just said Bronny.
Let Bronny cook.
Bronny, stop.
Dog. Come on, dog. We don't want to hear all this trying to make the playoffs. No, we off that. We want to see Bron throw Bronny a lob. Something, dog. Let me see. Yeah, right? Right? That's what I'm saying.
I seen him in the G League, though, P.
That's all right, dog. Let him get him up into the league.
I'm
We
supposed
off
to just
that.
not see that. I'm supposed to just
Get him out of the league, dog. We cool on that.
Just fuck it. Let him come in here, let him gun
dog.
it.
This is all we document. This is for the end of the documentary, for the end of the book.
Blowing the
So, cap or fact, is Paul Pierce trolling, or is there some truth to the madness of the idea of trading AD and letting Bron and Bronny go to work? What y'all think?
Somebody else go first, please.
Dominique, what you got?
That was cap. I mean, and he knew it though. He was laughing throughout. I don't think he took himself seriously at all. He knows that. I mean, trade AD. He's basically just saying, yeah, you know, like just go full circus. He's just like, fuck it. We don't want to win. Just throw Bron and LeBron out on the court. This is all we want to see for the rest of the season. He's just like, you know, screw NBA basketball. That's basically what he's saying. And he's making a mockery of it. He's saying, you know, this is what's already going on. You might as well just lean into it. This is what you want to do. Just do it. Don't even try to pretend like you want to win, LeBron.
Yeah.
We definitely know
that man don't like Bron.
I was just about to say we definitely know the hatred that man has in his heart for LeBron.
There's history.
He doesn't like him, but you know, I think there's a lot of layers to that too.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know,
which is why like Treehouse said that this is for the end of the documentary line.
Yeah, this is for the end of the documentary. Absolutely.
Because I mean, it's kind of it doesn't have any other appeal to basketball other than he's trying to just add something else that can be talked about later. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Dominique said, like the games are being manufactured for Bronny. The whole him being in the league and his contract situation, this whole only plays home, like this whole thing is manufactured. So it's like it's not real basketball for real basketball fans. And I mean, yes, we haven't seen probably real basketball in a while, but at least nobody else was making a mockery of the game as much as LeBron James has with this Who else?
Hold on, before you go into there, let me just say this real quick. Shout out Taco Master. We all know Taco Master if y'all know this show. He just gifted 5 man down memberships. And I didn't even know you could do that on YouTube. So there's that. I knew you could get memberships, but he just gifted 5 memberships. Taco, you know you our boy.
Shout out to Taco, man. That's what's up. I don't know how that works because
yeah,
I
you're gonna force me to do some more research, and I'm already.
I don't think you can. The crazy thing about that is I don't think you can choose who you gift a membership to. So it selects randomly.
Okay,
I believe so.
Either way it goes, if you just got a membership, and I can't, the list isn't updated, but if you just got a membership, you have Taco Master to thank for that. Wait a minute. Yes, 2 times. Neil Howlett, Legion, Shades Cal, John 81 are all new members as of now, and you can thank Taco Masters for that. That's dope.
Shout out Taco, man. Taco's one of the OGs, man. We love Taco, man, for sure. But no, Jay, you said that there's other people making a mockery of the game outside of LeBron and Bronny. Who are you thinking?
Adam Silver, the front office, the All-Stars.
The All-Star game.
The owners.
Yeah, it's just that I think that Chris was referring to no other player having made a mockery of the sport the way that LeBron James is. So we're just talking about that level of accountability. Adam Silver, he's responsible and accountable, right? But there's blame to go around. So Adam Silver, to me, ultimately, the blame lies at his feet because he's in charge. He's the commissioner, so he does not have to allow any of these things, but he's just in bed with LeBron and Clutch Sports. He became the commissioner when Clutch Sports came into existence.
Yeah, I mean, nobody is thinking about trading Anthony Davis from this team for real. I mean,
not even close.
Not seriously. There's a number of people that I would trade on this roster. Ant Davis ain't one of them, even though he has a problem and has a history of not being able to stay healthy. But if anybody needs to be traded, it's the guy whose kid just scored 30 in the G League. But we know what comes with that.
Yeah,
we know what comes with that. It's a part of the show. It's full on circus. Like it's okay, and it's not just the Lakers. Of course, LeBron he has his top hat on and he's doing all of the stuff down there in LA. But it's the whole league, and we'll get into that later. With the NBA ratings and things like that. But it's the entire league. It just looks really, really fugazi. If
y'all want to be real about like the Lakers and what's going on with them, the wrong kid got the inheritance.
Speak on it.
Let's talk about it.
When Dr. Jerry Buss passed away, his son and his daughter both wanted the team. The daughter got it, and she's so passive. She lets whatever goes on. I think, and then the son kind of stepped away. Like I think when he was there, like the Buss legacy was still around. Like now it's
no, Jay. I'm sorry.
No,
the son was worse. She had to fire the son because he was bad. Why do you think he's not there? So, and I'm not saying that Jeannie Buss is good. Okay. This is where nepotism goes wrong because these people are not qualified to do this job. The son and the daughter, none of the kids were qualified to run this team and to make decisions worth a damn. All she's done, she actually has carried out some of the same things that her father did. She wants stars on her team. The most famous player in the league is going to be on the Lakers. That's how it goes. So they're concerned with stars and storylines. And they always have been, but there were just better decisions being made. You have to think about it. The person who really runs the team is not the owner. The owner, yes, they're there, but they're more of a figurehead. It's the president of basketball operations that really kind of makes things happen and move. The GMs, the Jerry West, like the team started to kind of not be as great when Jerry West left as the GM and stuff like that. He was the person, but when was the last time that they had a lot of great talent? When he was there?
They got a lot of great talent now.
They do, but they're not managing it properly. So when was the last time the team was managed properly? It was when Jerry West was there. When he left and went to the Clippers, they started to, the management of the team went down. That's all I'm saying. So I don't think it's
I'm not arguing that point, but there is
Clutch Sports is also holding this team hostage. I don't know what they're going to Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss with, because there was a moment, if you guys remember, where they were oil and water. They weren't working well together, but now they're completely in bed together. So something happened. Either Clutch Sports has something on Jeannie Buss, which to me, that's not hard to believe given her lifestyle, but something happened. Something happened.
One more time. Dominique, say that again.
I'm just saying, she's the owner. She used to be with Phil Jackson. Now she's, I think, married to Jay Moore. She used to tweet about athletes and how good they look. Who knows what? All I'm saying is, who knows what they have on Jeannie Buss?
Greg Wild down there in the comments.
Oh my gosh, I'm not putting that up there. I almost did.
The fact that it matters.
I don't think that's what's going on, but you know what I'm saying. Like, there's I think that they have something. Whether it could be something on Rob Pelinka. It could be something in the family. Recently they had a Lakers documentary, and it was revealed that her father had a love child out there. So she had a long lost sister. So you just never know what kind of skeletons a family has, a family of that stature. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what kind of things Jerry Buss might have been involved in that's coming out years later. And she's trying to protect her father's legacy. So she's got to, go along with a potential extortion plot. And again, there could be no extortion, but I don't know how they go from being arch enemies, planting stories about each other in the press, her blatantly saying that LeBron is not the GOAT, her blatantly saying she wishes Kobe was here because he's the only one that, would understand her and what she's going through with this team right now, to being, hugged up at games and, saying that LeBron James' longevity is just so amazing and all she wants is to see him happy. I believe that all she wants is to see him happy because she wants to placate to stars and celebrities. That's what the team is about. So I don't know that she's necessarily doing this bad job.
Well, do you think that if she is doing those things and placating to those stars, that is not
that's pretty much a bad job.
That's a bad job, right?
It's the job that they'd always been doing, though, in a sense.
No, I get it.
The job that Jerry Buss was doing, that was the same job he was doing, but he had better management. He had better coaches. He also had a better president of operations running the team. When you have Jerry West, you're bringing in the right talent. You're managing that talent properly. They are not managing the talent. And think about what it was back then when we had good, management on that team. Players were in much bigger shackles than they are today. Players have the ability to do so much more than they could before.
That's true. That's true. That's hard to be argued. Players, they have the freedom to do that. And who knows what Rich Paul, that's a slick little dude, man. Like, he probably, he got some dirt on these players. Like, look at the positions that he has been able to put a lot of the people who own Clutch Sports at. Like, there are guys in the league.
There's still no way Draymond deserved $100 million.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
There's nothing
That's Clutch Sports. He's on Clutch Sports. Rich Paul, he's out here. I'm telling you right now, he's out here, he must be holding guns to owners' heads. Hey, you don't do this, I'm going to make sure you don't get this player, this player, this player, this player out to 2035.
Yeah, and then he's doing it with the players too. You see Nerlens Noel filing lawsuits against people.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
I started watching because how are you able to have this much control? Like, it's something bigger than just LeBron James and the longevity that he's had in the NBA. There's something bigger than that, and I think it's Rich Paul. Like, he's a smart street dude, honestly, that has found his way into a business to where, you know, he's making a lot of money and street rules can still apply because it's a dirty game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's part of the reason as to why they're able to dictate and do a lot of the things that he's able to do with Clutch Sports. And I think that's why you see all these dudes pandering and pussyfooting around saying all of these things about LeBron.
Pussyfooting is the funniest word in the world.
Yes, this word, like, why is it that word and a foot? Anyway, but
Yeah, do y'all think Clutch Sports could ever branch? Because I don't know, and I don't want to misspeak if they have any football clients as of current. But if they go into the football side of things,
you look it up.
do you think how crazy could that end up being for? Because I mean, LeBron doesn't play football, right? So there, who would be the poster child for the football side of Clutch Sports football?
What the crazy thing about football, the ownership in football is a very different network. That's a good old boy / mafia network.
Clutch is not going to be able to infiltrate that.
Nah,
NFL won't allow it.
They won't allow it.
You think the
and
NFL
I was about
owners
to say, Roger Goodell, when it comes to putting his foot down on the BS, like he'll look quicker than that. You know what I'm saying? He let some stuff go as far as players, but he literally working for the owners. Don't ever forget that.
Ever. They pay him. They pay him.
Yeah, don't
they
ever forget
decide
that.
whether or not his contract is up or not.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, of all the major sports leagues, that the NFL has ran probably the tightest as far as league business.
They don't. They will not let. I hate to say this, but they will not let this dude.
And we all know who's driving that ship. We all know that there's an oil billionaire in Texas who's driving that ship.
They're going to keep the NFL a certain demographic.
There's a saying in Tennessee. I know it's Texas. I heard it in Tennessee.
And then there's a Chiefs tycoon in Boston who's second in command.
I mean, they barely have coaches that look like us. They're not letting Rich Paul come in and take over.
But you said Clutch do got some people over there.
They have football clients. I think they have Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Chase Young, Odell Beckham Jr.
So I thought
Odell got cut today.
Yeah, Odell got cut today.
I thought Jalen Hurts had that. I thought she was like an independent.
No,
Nicole Lynn. No, they snatched her up.
Oh, they went and got her.
Come in.
Nicole Lynn, they snatched her up.
Damn. So Jalen Hurts. You said who else? You said who else?
Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Odell, Chase Young. Those just to name a few. Then this was back when those guys were coming in the league, kind of early 2023. I don't know who they've acquired since then, but they're in that field already. But you don't hear them.
I bet you they get Travis Hunter.
And you know what?
Probably.
They probably can get a lot of these dudes now, and they probably have gotten a lot of these dudes with the availability of NIL.
Still, they can talk to them now. They got dudes. Exactly.
I guarantee you, Cam Ward will probably be Clutch. I feel like I can see Cam Ward and Clutch. We want to open the phone lines up for this one, or how y'all feeling?
I mean, of course we can. You know, somebody will call in and talk about LeBron.
Yeah, because the we talking about Paul Pierce speaking on, you know, trading AD and bringing Bronny up and letting them run the 1-2 combo in LA.
Embrace the clown show.
So we'll take two. And man, listen,
and everybody from the 313.
Listen, this is gonna be my first time trying to take calls. So we gonna learn together, right? So we got to learn eventually because our boss loves keep putting me in these positions. So
Mel, I hope you watch.
Here we go. We got a
Jay, why don't you take the calls, Jay?
They can take the calls too.
We already here, man. We got a caller from North Carolina. Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. It's your boy, man. You know who it is, dog.
Chris.
What up, man?
What up, Chris?
What up with y'all, dog?
Talk to us. What you got?
Man, y'all touched on quite a few little things here, man. I don't know which one I'm gonna get on first. Now, this is why I respect LeBron James, because you see how Y'all, everybody talks about nepotism on how he got Bronny in the league and all this, that, and the third, right? It's cool when it's the Bus family and how Jeannie Bus' dad could have sold the team to somebody else.
No,
But what did
she
he do?
literally just said it wasn't cool.
He gave it to his kids. But since they white, it's fine. But when a black man does it, it's the end of the world. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan. You know, he kind of shot himself in the foot with the whole Bronny's better than some of these guys in the league tape. You shouldn't have said that, my brother. But I just feel like some people should kind of respect LeBron. You know, he kind of put on for the black people with that. He kind of showed that black people can have some power too.
But
so I respect LeBron for that.
But I mean, yes, it's cool that you got the power to do it, but just because you have the power to do it, don't mean that you should do it. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you know that you have the power to do this, then you could use that power to make this happen by any other more natural avenue than manufacturing basically a hostage situation in LA, saying like, hey, I'm not restructuring my contract, or I'm not signing an extension until you sign my son, and you waste a pick on my son. You know what I'm saying? And then you're manufacturing the playing scheme where, okay, well, he's going to be here at home games, or, he'll be road games and for the Lakers whenever, but he's not playing no road games for the G League team. And it's a whole, I would respect it more if there was if it wasn't so forced and so manufactured. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you have the power,
or different from what everybody else has to go through.
Exactly. Like, if you look at what Carmelo and his son is doing, like, that's natural. Like, Carmelo's not out here saying my son is better than half the people in the league right now. Like, he's letting his son go out and put the work in. So when it comes time, when Cayenne gets, drafted, that's a draft pick earned. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's my people.
Even when you take a look though at, Jeannie Buss getting the team from Jerry Buss, like, she worked for her father for her whole life. That's all she knew. So, and again, like, at least she has experience in what she's doing. Bronny, he doesn't have enough experience, or he's not developing fast enough. His learning agility isn't there. He wasn't ready to be a one and done player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been playing ball his whole life though.
So why isn't he better? That means that he should be much better. He should be better than Cayenne Anthony, who's still in high school. Okay, he should have been the star of his team in high school. He wasn't. He wasn't the star on a bad USC team. He was on a horrible team in college, and he couldn't shine there either. And he played his whole life with the best trainers, the best access and resources, the best diet that you could have and dream of. So why isn't he better? Why would we make it a spectacle?
Why isn't Jeannie Buss better? Why isn't she?
She's better than Bronny.
She's been here
better than Bronny. She's much better than Bronny at her job and in her role. And that's a fact.
But all she does is say, here, LeBron, what you want?
We don't know the circumstances of that. And it's not just Jeannie Buss. She has a GM on the team that she works through.
And it's not to say that what she's doing is the right way, but her way did produce as fraudulent and as fake as some people would call it to be. Her way did produce a ring.
They got a title. And when you take a look at the construction of the team, what's wrong with the construction of the team minus JJ Redick and Bronny James? Nothing. So tell me how bad of a job she's doing besides getting, a gun to her head saying, you must draft my son. It's not a good look for her to let LeBron James leave the team. That's not the culture of the Lakers. Because whoever is the most famous player in the league is always on the Lakers at the end of their career. Kobe Bryant, the only person that wasn't was Michael Jordan. Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. These people were Lakers.
Wilt too.
Even if they got even if they got traded from another team to go to
traded.
the Lakers,
Yeah.
the Lakers is the marquee team or the
Jack Diesel.
player in the league. So whether they're performing or not, LeBron James is the most famous player in the league. He's got the glitz and glam of Hollywood and all of that behind him. And yes, the Lakers organization, they always want that person on their team. And so did Jerry Buss. That's what he bought into. So she's not doing anything so different than what her father is doing. The only thing she's doing differently is she's allowing for LeBron and Clutch Sports to make decisions. Whereas Jerry Buss, I don't think he would ever do that. And he would let LeBron walk. He would let LeBron walk if LeBron was threatening him and doing all this stuff.
Yeah. He wouldn't play them games.
Because LA is LA. Everybody's gonna come play for LA. Who don't want to stay in LA?
I agree. They would have gone out. They would have gone out and traded LeBron to Minnesota for Anthony Edwards. Jerry Buss, in my opinion, Jerry West. They would have went out and got another star.
Of course. Who wouldn't want to go to LA?
True.
I just think that there's another layer. There's some extortion happening. The media is very powerful. You saw all those stories left and right that they were planting about the organization. Buss doesn't want that.
Appreciate the call, Chris. I got to get to some of these other callers, man. But thank you, and definitely call in because I know we got one topic for show, two topic for maybe that you might want to call in on later.
My man.
All right, brother.
All right, Chris.
Yep.
Caitlin Clark being one of
you. Aaron, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. What's going on?
Not much, man. Hey, I get tired of these ninjas. I'm gonna say the word ninja. I ain't gonna bring y'all show down like that. But I get tired of these ninjas. I get tired of these ninjas. They'll call up and they'll be like, "I'm not the biggest LeBron fan," but then they'll defend all the BS that he's doing. That last caller, man, look, it ain't about dang on. It's okay when white people do it, and now LeBron do it. Everybody got a problem with it. The problem is, doggone Bronny James was not better than the other young brothers that was looking for a spot.
That's true.
Or looking to get drafted.
This is true.
So for them Bron fans, for them Bron sexuals out there that's quick to say, well, y'all don't have a problem when white people do it. Well, what do you say about the young brothers that done been busting their tail and done did what they were supposed to do on the court in college
the right way,
and still LeBron comes through and forces his hand to get his son drafted when this young brother over here deserved to get drafted and could have did good for his family.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Like y'all need to
exactly the problem.
That crap out, man.
Yeah,
like
learn to speak Chinese.
These old ninjas, like I don't get how these old ninjas don't understand that.
That's the exact problem, though. That right there, what you said is the exact problem. LeBron and Bronny James, they took a roster spot from likely another young black man. They didn't do this for white people. Now, if they were taking a white person's job, what would we be doing? We would not be saying anything. We wouldn't be having this conversation.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So for all you Bron sexuals out there that's listening, for all you Bron sexuals that claim not to be a big Bron fan but defend his BS, like stop using that example because you set yourself up every time you use that example. Now I do want to touch on the 30-point game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I watched the highlights of that 30-point game.
Mm-hmm.
I've never look, man. The defenders was letting Bronny James lay the ball up. They was backing out the way like they didn't want to foul him.
I told you.
Like
I'm gonna say that shit look like a phone call was made, huh?
Man, look, look. They was going under screen. Look, and you could tell if you go and watch the highlight, it wasn't like the screener was taking away space from them to fight over the screen. Man, these jokers was just running under the screen just to run under it, man. I'm looking at it. I'm watching it. I'm like, yeah, okay. Somebody got a phone call. Somebody got paid. And then yeah, I'm trying to go through it and make it quick, man, because I know y'all got other callers. But hey, LeBron taking the time off. Look, it's two things. LeBron heard Golden State need another superstar, so he's trying to force the Lakers to trade him. But also, I think LeBron getting his ducks in a row. That's why he got off of social media, because his other boy now in trouble too. So I think LeBron. Yeah, look, hey, LeBron ain't stupid. And his team ain't stupid. Rich Paul ain't stupid. Like, hey, look. First it was Diddy, now it's Jay. Hey, dog, let's make sure. Hey,
that's 2 billionaires down.
I'm not.
Hey,
I'm not gonna
say.
We can only speculate as of right now, because ain't nothing more really came out of the story. But of course, we can't help but do the 6 degrees of separation. So yeah, we see
but
it, man.
I guess what? Hey, I guess we'll just leave it as he heard Golden State wants another superstar. So now he behind the scenes trying to make that happen. I kind of want to know what AD thinks. I thought AD sitting there like, what the man?
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this when I said I was gonna come over here.
Exactly. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate y'all taking my call, man. I love y'all show.
Man, for sure. Appreciate the call.
All right.
Man, I didn't think about that, and I'm not even going to say anything about that.
Oh, I got to figure out how to take that off, because iPhones is weird, bro. But Funky Town, what's going on? Oh, hold on. I got to my damn thing. See, this is technology, bro. Hold on. Funky Town, can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
All right, there we go. What's going on?
Need to get rid of that Samsung, whatever. Come on over here on the other side of the right side.
That man just said he had an iPhone. It would be no Samsung Slender. Funky Town.
Yeah, you know, Jay got.
I promise you, I'm not going over to that other side of the tracks, man.
I hear you.
That's the trailer park
my
side,
bad,
man.
Bad.
Hey,
I misheard you.
Get that cuss word off the screen before we get demonetized, Jay. Get that out of here.
he cheating on her though. You see, he got that iPhone down there.
What's up, Funk?
Salute to the last caller. Except for him talking about older people, because I got 55 trips around the sun myself, and I ain't never said nothing good about LeBron. So let's just straighten that out real quick. But no, he's absolutely correct. Bottom line, when it comes to this whole situation, I think we as black people need to get some stuff straight. And I remember my father telling me this when I was growing up in the 80s and the gang stuff was happening. It was spreading out around the country or whatever. My dad, he broke it down real quick. He just said, look, it makes no sense for you to fight for a neighborhood where your parents don't own a house.
Not one.
You gonna fight and call some of your neighborhood and call some of your territory, and you and your people don't own anything.
Yep.
So when you try to, like when Chris tried to make a comparison between Jenny Buss and LeBron James and the Buss family owns the Lakers. That's their sandbox. No matter what you want to say about that, that's theirs.
Mm-hmm.
They own it. LeBron James is an employee at their factory.
Yep.
He got his son a union job. Right? Ain't qualified.
He got him a twit card.
Like the dude who called over at the sports teach talking about he thinks more about Bronny James than his own kids. Idiot like that. In other words, what I'm saying is, now nepotism is one thing. What his form of nepotism and what the Buss is doing is two separate things. One is you own it. The other thing is you're using your power to influence somebody else to do something else out of it, really not in their own best interest. Because that was a wasted draft pick, as everyone's been saying. It made no sense. You are actually taking the job of another black person, another black player who struggled, gone through the grind, willing to do the grind, and gonna come out talking about you can't drive, you can't fly commercial, you can't stay at the Marriott Courtyard. But look, the Marriott Courtyard, I'm sorry, I don't know what your standards are supposed to be as a professional athlete, but you can't survive in the second tier at the Marriott courtyard, there's something wrong with you. Something wrong with your priorities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you come out your mouth, I'm serious. If you come out saying, "Oh, bro, hey, I'm sorry, I ain't got no caviar, I ain't got no appetizers on my stuff here. This is unacceptable." I mean, you must act like your dad is assaulting of
a nigga, right?
or some shit, right?
Mhm.
And then you're a bum, and on top of all that. Dominique knows. I called last night. I told her I didn't see the game. I didn't see the highlights, but I looked at she had the breakdown. I looked at it. The 3 threes he shot were all in the first half. I asked her, I said, "When you guard?" She's like, "Nope." Okay. What happened in the fourth? In the fourth, though, 9 and 9 from the three because he had a hand in his face, and that, like the other caller said, they gave him they were doing the Olay defense to the hole. Again, so not all 30 points are built the same, right? So we just need to stop. We need to stop. People need to stop acting like, what he's doing is heroic or some shit. You know what I mean? Now, if Jordan, I put it like this: if Jordan had put Marcus on the Hornets, I would call BS on that too.
Facts.
That's real. That's real.
But he knew his son wasn't up to snuff.
Yep.
Like, I mean, like he had enough to know, as bad as the decisions that they made in his ownership stint, he still didn't go that buster route and talk about, well, let me get my two sons some jobs. You know what I'm saying? I just, again.
Oh, Young in the building.
Yeah, there's nepotism everywhere. I'm just saying, I think Chris kind of missed it. He kind of missed it, when he started talking about, he getting mad at other people. I mean, I get mad at any kind of buster stuff myself, personally.
Facts.
And that I know you're going to get into it, especially with this next one. LeBron has done a whole bunch of damage.
Absolutely.
To the whole league for
we could definitely
over
talk
decades.
about it. Yeah, we definitely gonna talk about it.
We're gonna get into it.
I'm gonna leave it there. Hey, yeah, y'all have a good one though. Y'all having a great one. Keep it going.
Appreciate it, Funk.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right. Like, you got it. Out here.
Thanks, Funky Town.
All right, I know there was 2 of them trying to call. We're gonna take one more on the topic.
Flip a coin.
Whoever can get in first. So the number is up there.
Somebody said, "Shout out to nepotism."
whoever can get in first.
Rube said, "Shout out to nepotism." Hey,
here we go. We got a caller. Here we go. Caller from Ohio. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Man, I just wanted to chime in real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Because of the spectacle that seems to be going on with LeBron. And just mind you, I'm from Ohio. So I've been following LeBron since high school.
Okay.
But it seems like if this is the spectacle that they're trying to create, it's like, well, why wouldn't they just put Caitlin Clark in the NBA? This is the kind of level that I see that this whole father-son thing playing out. It's like, it's kind of like the whole scripture of what would it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul. And I feel like in a way LeBron is losing his soul because of the things that he is chasing and the level of praise and stuff that he's chasing after.
Right.
And he's losing himself in front of everyone because of the level of fame and the followers and everything that he has. But the integrity of the game is being leveraged on this nepotism. I don't know, whatever that is. But it's like he's willing to leverage his legacy for his son. But is it really for this chase of the gold? I mean, I'm not sure. I just wanted to know what you guys felt.
Jay, your witness?
No, sir.
No, I'm trying to turn my TV down because I can hear myself in the background.
Yeah. You fine. So what was your question that you were wondering what we thought that whether?
So what I'm saying is, from my point of view, It seems like the Bronny thing is like a spectacle. And that's why I started by saying, what if they just put Caitlyn on the Lakers roster? Wouldn't that be just as a big of a spectacle? Or what does he really stand to gain other than playing with his son?
I think that I think there's the team LeBron and any Lakers fan kind of knows that any chance at a championship this season or the next or maybe even the next two is probably out of the question. So we know the chase for a championship is not there, no matter what LeBron might say. He wants another ring.
And overall, though, I feel like Bronny is sort of a victim in this.
No, for sure.
Because it seems like, he's doing everything at his father's behest.
Hey, you got YouTube on in the background?
Turn your TV down some more because you creating an echo.
Okay, I turned it down.
All right. All right,
but I just wanted to interject because, I get a lot of pushback on social media and things like that about, why are you coming from, he's a young man and he's doing what white folks have been doing forever. And I'm just looking like, it doesn't matter. The devil is in the details. It's not about whether he was white, black, or any race. The devil is in the details. It's about doing nasty work, regardless of what color you are.
Right.
Facts.
So I just wanted to throw that out there. I know you guys probably have other people on hold and other people want to chime in. I don't want to hold you up too much. I just wanted to throw that out there to see how you guys maybe could cook on that, what I had to say.
We definitely appreciate the call in. What was your name again?
James,
we appreciate the call and the insight, James. Thank you. Stick around, man. We open up the phone lines again. Definitely call in and weigh in on one of these other subjects.
I certainly will.
All right, appreciate it, James.
All right.
That'll. Oh wait.
James is not a preacher, and he grew up in the church.
One quick one, man. We got a VIP who think he's special because I definitely said we was only going to take one more call. I definitely said, and I know you heard it, but Dino, OG,
my dog, Dino,
talk to us, man. What's going on,
family? How we doing? Long time no speak.
What's up, man? I'm gonna hit you with that mail. You got 15 seconds.
Nah. Mel ain't here. We ain't gonna take that. But this is how I feel about the Bronny situation. I kind of mentioned it briefly early in the comments. 30 on 23 shot attempt is not impressive. Now 30 on maybe 21, especially given the case that you're undergoing all of this scrutiny of not being a real basketball player and stuff like that. Yeah, I give you that, man. That's impressive. 30 on 21 shots, I give you that, especially where you are in your career. I give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But what it is, man, I truly think what it is it's the coddling.
Hold on, Dino. No. You just said 30 on 23 is not impressive, but 30 on 21, that's impressive.
I was gonna let him rock.
No, I said look, 30 on 23 is not impressive, right? But 30 on 21 with your circumstances, I might take that. Am I gonna take that from a Shea Gildress or accept that from a Jimmy Butler, Jason Tate? No. But this is Bronny James we talking about. You know what I mean?
So what's the difference between the two shot attempts?
Huh?
What's the difference in the two shot attempts? What makes it okay?
You're more efficient. If you take away two shots and you still get 30, at that point you're more efficient.
Dino wild tonight, boy.
If you take,
you said I'm wild for that?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Is that not real though?
If you would have said 30 points on 18 shots instead of 30 on 23, I'd have been like, okay, that's kind of okay. But you only knocked it down by 2 shot attempts.
Yeah, the percentage come on, man. The percentage of this true shooting percentage will go up off of 2 shots.
That's true.
Him scoring 30. Yes, yeah, that's a big jump, bro.
What, from 33 to 35?
No. From 21 shot attempts and 30 scored, to 23 shot attempts with 30 scored. That's a huge jump in percentage. If you score 30 and 21 rather than the 23, you get what I mean?
Maybe, but I don't know, man. 21 and 23 shot attempts to get 30. Like, if you would have said if he got 30 on 18, then I'd have been like, okay, you know.
You get 30 on 15. That's crazy. That means you're making pretty much, every
Everything.
other shot.
You know what I'm saying?
He shot 56.
Right.
Field. And then you're saying
no, but I really think it's the coddling, man. Like, we can't.
So the difference you said you wanted that man to shoot 61%
versus
over
56.
Yeah. And I'm not giving you that.
Yeah, exactly. So so say if I'm shooting 39%, right? 41% from versus 39 is a huge jump in terms of true shooting percentage. You know what I mean? So two shots can really make that jump for you, depending on where you're scoring from. Are you getting to the free throw line, or are you just being efficient and picking your spots and scoring from the outside, inside, however it goes? But it is more efficient.
Technically, yes.
Technically, it
is. Basketball league, keep that shit.
Yeah, 2 shots. I'm not going to trip over
but
2
that's
shots.
what it is, though. So what it is we're trying to protect this guy, Bronny James, from the scrutiny, quote unquote. But how do you get better without being able to take this, learn from it, and implement it into your game? This is the first time we've seen Bronny actually show, like, okay, maybe he do belong at a higher level of basketball. Not NBA, but maybe he does belong here now in the D League. This is the first game he showed something worthy of talking about.
True. I
had a conversation with my brother-in-law, and he was saying that Bronny James is better than Kenny Lofton Jr. And I'm like, man, you got to realize this man, Kenny Lofton Jr., was getting starting minutes before they threw him in the G League, and he put up double-doubles in the NBA.
Yep.
Like, there is no comparison. He's more polished for the NBA than Bronny is. In my opinion, Elijah Arenas, Kyan Anthony. Let's take somebody from his draft class. Rob Dillingham is more polished basketball-wise than Bronny is. Bronny, you have the name. These guys have the skill set. You know what I mean? So I think we should chill with the coddling. Just because it's a LeBron son. Okay, what other person would we want to put this type of pressure on? You want to put this on nobody's son? No. People argue this is the greatest of all time. All right, we're going to treat his son as such too. You get the same scrutiny. Your father did it. Why can't you?
That's bad logic.
Yeah, I don't give him that scrutiny.
That's bad logic?
No,
absolutely.
What I say is that I won't give him the scrutiny because he's LeBron James' son. I'll give him the scrutiny because LeBron James said so much about his son being this great basketball player when he's haven't accomplished anything. So I'll give more scrutiny to LeBron than the actual son, because LeBron actually said that he is better than some NBA players. This is his first showing of something quality in the NBA. Anything, even though this is the G League, it's still a part, the farming system for the NBA. But this is the first thing that he's done, and the reason why it's such a big deal is because Bron made it like this dude should be replacing dudes who are already in the NBA. So I'm not gonna blame that on Bronny. I am gonna blame that on Bron, though.
Okay, I see that. That. I think they both need to be held accountable. They both do.
Okay.
If you're a self-aware person, you know what I mean, and just now I could be wrong here, but I'll use me as an example. If my father's talking this big stuff, oh yeah, Dino he could go to the NFL right now and start over 30 of these 32 linebackers. I'm like, chill, bro. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm that type that's gonna step in and be like, yo, Pops, I appreciate the uplifting and the motivation, but let's be realistic here. I'm not even elite. I have never been the top player on my team ever. Not AAU, not All-American, not high school, college, nowhere have I been a top player on my team.
Mm-hmm.
So how am I better than
The
60
NFL.
or 70% of the NBA league? I'm not. So I give them both a little bit of the blame. You know, be a little bit more self-aware, stick up for yourself in situations like this, because it's only going to backfire on you. They ain't gonna be able to take it out on Bron on the court, but they damn sure gonna do it on you. So, you know, that's all I had to say about it.
You know, somebody in the comments say, "Dang, Dino, you was a bum."
Oh no, man, I wasn't no bum. Chill. I was second. I wasn't the greatest neither. I was second team all county for linebackers in high school. So
yeah,
I wasn't the best, but I wasn't bad neither. You feel me?
Trash. Yeah, all I heard was second place, man. Boo, boo that man, boo.
Boo.
Come on now. Look, you right. If you ain't first, you last. But shit, I'm up there.
Nah, I got you, man. My dog's solid for sure, man. But appreciate the call, man. Hey,
you know,
I know you see that rundown, man. We got another topic, man. I want you to be here for as well. So
yeah, I'm here, man. I'm here. I'll tap back in.
Yeah, stay tuned for that, man. Appreciate the call, though.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man. Keep pounding.
He pause. He see the rundown. Do you see it?
Yes, I do. And as a matter of fact, no more calls. We're done with the calls for that subject. We are going to be moving on. Thank you for everybody who chimed in on that topic, though.
Welcome to Man Down Speed. We about to blaze through these next 3 topics.
Y'all are about to see in the next 45 minutes.
So
watch this.
Moving on, man.
Watch this. NBA ratings are down. Shit is terrible. Why do you think so? Hey, we got a sound bite real quick. We're gonna play it. You won't believe us? Here it is. Chris, you gotta press the button. I'm only kidding, guys.
Oh man. So Will Barton was asked recently about the state of the game and what he thought about it, man. And so
come on, man, get it together.
Here's what Will Barton had to say about it.
I want to see the best of the best guard each other at each position, man. And I feel like the way the spacing and the analytics and the switch everything pick and roll league works, it's been eliminated, man.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It takes away. You wonder why viewership is down. That's a part of it. Like I said, that part of competing, and now, like you said, that builds what? Rivalries. You know, that builds that, oh, I got to come back next summer because so-and-so took me out. He locked me down at the end. Or the other guy saying, man, he killed me, man. I got to come back and I got to get this guy this year. He took my championship away from it. Kind of cheapens it because now it's like guys saying, you know, I'm getting 30 a game. I don't have to guard. That's what the guy on my team is for. Like, nah, that's corny, man. That's corny. Once you accepted the star of your team not playing defense, right? I'm pretty sure I've heard Coach Jim Owner say, almost like it doesn't matter if he plays defense, it's his team. We got to get defense around him.
Crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
You see guys, you see superstars now get hit on defense.
Yeah.
Where they won't even blame, that guy for not playing defense. They'll say, he's doing so much, we got to get other guys around him.
That was my beef with the two-way player label. I'm like, you're supposed to play defense, right? Like
it's a two-way sport.
Yeah.
This isn't football, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, you're supposed to play both ends. Like, that's why we got, he's so tired for what he's doing offensively. Well, that's a part of the game, man. Like both sides of the ball. And I don't like that, man. It's like we took away from competing and guys have to go back to saying, taking pride in, I want to guard.
So before we dive into real quick, I just want to ask y'all, what player in the NBA does that sound like?
Luka.
He does so much on offense. He does so much on
I mean, I think it's multiple people.
It's a bunch.
I mean, you can LeBron, you can keep going.
Yeah,
like,
you can pick. You can literally pick. But when I heard the soundbite, the first one I thought of was Luka. We got to get people on. We got to get people on with defense around him. He does so much on offense. And then when did this two-way label actually come to form, right? Like Will Barton said,
that started at a Diddy party.
To see who the two-way player was. A two-way player at a Diddy party is insane. A two-way player at a Diddy party is
diabolical work.
Absolutely.
Diabolical work.
Hold on real quick before we go on to this topic. Let me go ahead and get this super chat up here. It started at a Diddy party. All right, shout out Full Venom Jacket for the $10 super chat. This is a call out of Young. I saw you in here earlier, so I know you can see this. And the FYF Psycho fans, please defend LeBron's 450th ranked defensive rating and being top 5 in turnovers. Explain how that is winning basketball.
Wait,
well, he's actually greatest of all time in turnovers.
Go.
450th and there's 446 people in the league.
Now,
diabolical.
Is that how math works?
First of all, defensive efficiency ratings are trash. Like, that's not even a real stat. No one's playing defense. Like, no, for real.
But if nobody's playing defense, that's all the more reason why LeBron
But that's what I'm saying.
James is better at it. No, if nobody's defending, then we should not have Rudy Gobert. Like, Rudy Gobert is leading in defense. That's a problem. LeBron shouldn't be dead last. If defensive rating doesn't matter and if nobody's playing defense, he shouldn't be dead last.
Here's the thing. Like, Rudy Gobert is a multi-time defensive player of the year. That tells you what's wrong with the state of basketball right there.
LeBron is what's wrong with it. That's what's wrong.
No, he a part of it. He a part of it. Like so this is my whole thing, man. Like, people want to blame, like, people say all the time that I be capping for LeBron, and I really don't. This man gives you enough goofy shit to talk about, regardless. He's gonna give you enough goofy shit where you don't have to add any goofiness to his legacy. He is GOAT of goofy. You get what I'm saying? So
goofy goat.
Yeah, you don't even got to add nothing to it. But what I'm saying is he's not playing defense, like, at all. But he's nowhere near alone. Nowhere near alone in defense. Like,
yeah, he's not alone. He drove the culture of not playing it. He drove the culture of it not being okay. When you're the face of the league, which he has self-proclaimed himself to be, you got to be a leader.
Nah,
At what point is he leading the charge? Because
if we're being honest, we've seen him be an elite defensive player. We've seen that.
No, I didn't. No,
Sure
I
you
didn't.
did. Sure
No,
you
I
did.
did not. I didn't see him
We
be
saw
elite
who
in
be an elite
Miami. I didn't. He was never an
Brian.
elite defender.
Sure
he
he
was
was.
never. He was. Tell me
Sure he
when.
was.
Tell me when he was elite.
Are you only
Tell me what
considering
year. If you
now
saw
block?
it, then you can tell us.
Are you only
Multiple
considering him
years.
face down
What
block?
year? When? Tell me a
any-
sequence. Tell me a sequence where he guarded a man straight up. Tell
You
me.
don't have to guard people straight up to be elite in
Yes,
defense.
you do. Yes, you
Sure,
absolutely do.
okay.
In order to
Okay.
be an elite defender, you had better be locking somebody up. Who did he
Nah,
lock
man.
up?
You can
Who
be
did
an
he
elite.
lock up? Tell
you
me
could be
one
an elite.
sequence
You could be
where it
elite
wasn't a
help
help
side
defense.
defense. You could be elite at help side.
That doesn't
defense.
make you. That doesn't make you an elite
Help
defender.
side
Though.
defense, Jay.
If you're a
Sure,
help
sure.
defender, then that's what you are. Then you're an elite help
But you
defender.
could be
He
elite.
can be an
That's
elite
still a
help
defender.
No, it's not.
That's still a defender. That's
No,
still a
because
defender.
because that means that you're letting multiple defensive assignments go, Jay. So if you're help
So
defending
you can't-
all
so
the
hold on,
time, then you're not worried about your own assignment.
So you can't be an elite offensive player unless you score the basketball well. You
Huh?
can't. So, now I'm asking the question: can you be an elite?
Correct. You cannot be an elite offensive player if you don't score.
Okay, so Jason Kidd was not an elite offensive basketball player.
No. He was elite, but he wasn't elite offensively. He was an elite player. He was an elite point guard. Point guards are not supposed to be elite at scoring.
Is not
When you're
playmaking part of
using
offense?
the word, yes, but you're using the word elite. So like what
is
but you're
is
talking about
playmaking-
elite offensive player though. You need
Yes,
to be
is-
all of those things. You need to be able to assist the ball. You need to be able to play make, but you also need to be able to score. So was he an elite offensive player? Elite? It depends on how we're defining elite. So what's the criteria for elite? Because to me, you have to hit all of those things to be elite. You have to be able to assist. Yes. You cannot leave parts of the game out. So if he didn't score the ball well, then no, he's not elite offensively. Is he great? Is he good? Yes.
Okay, so let me
no.
explain. You let me know when you finish, and you let me know. Let me know when you finish.
Go ahead, Cook.
If you do things offensively, like for instance, if you do everything offensively elite, you're definitely elite offensively. If you do everything, if you do something offensively elite, like it's specialties. You know what I'm saying? An elite 3-point shooter can be considered an elite offensive player.
No, they cannot.
Okay.
No, they cannot. They're an elite 3-point shooter. That's what they are.
But shooting 3-pointers is offense.
That's not the only part of offense. So they're an elite 3-point shooter. Call people what they are. Don't call people what they're not.
Nah, man, you got to put them in a category.
No, yeah, the category is 3-point shooting.
Nah, the
That's
category
the category.
is offense. The designation is 3-point
the category is 3-point shooting. I'm not going to call somebody elite offensively if they're not hitting all the points.
Hey, Chris.
What's up?
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen some, and I'll change the sport. I'll change the sport to show you something. Just to show you. You have offensive stats and defensive stats.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what sport it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you do anything elite on either side of that, offensive defense, you are considered offensively elite or
Jay, abort
elite.
mission. You're already getting killed in the comments. Abort mission.
I don't give a shit about them in the comments.
Abort mission. You can't be elite at one thing and be an elite complete player.
So imagine that. Imagine that. I didn't say you. First of all, to be an elite complete player, it takes everything.
Right. So if to be an elite player if it takes everything to be an elite player, then why wouldn't it take everything that is included in offense to be an elite offensive player?
Nah, man, listen. If you are an elite passer, if you are elite at passing.
So if you're just an elite passer,
is this an offensive skill or a defensive skill?
It's an offensive skill. So that means that you're an elite offensive player because you're an elite passer? So if you don't score, if you don't I'm confused.
I see what Jay is getting at. I see
I don't.
If you do something, because honestly, right, there are different things that you can do on defense, right? So you can be an elite defender, right, as a center. Because you're an elite defender as a center doesn't mean that you guard the perimeter well, but you're still elite. So there's certain things
centers should not be guarding the perimeter, Chris. So you're correct. You can still be an elite center because you're not required to guard the perimeter. That's not your job.
Hold on. But is that not still being a defender? Right? But you're saying that you have to be elite at every time.
I'm sorry, these are wrong analogies. Your analogy is horrible because a center doesn't guard the perimeter. They should not have that job.
Exactly.
So, exactly. That's why they would still be an elite.
So if your job is only to pass and you're not required to score, but you're elite at passing, does that still not make you an elite offensive player?
No, it doesn't. That's exactly what you're not an elite offensive player if you are not doing all the things that are included in offense. You cannot do one thing and be elite. You are elite at that one thing. Yes, you are an elite passer.
You can't
There's a comment right there that is exactly saying exactly what I'm saying.
But Shaq can shoot. He just couldn't shoot from the perimeter. So let's say it right. Yes, he can. Yes, he can shoot. He can't shoot from the perimeter.
He can't shoot from anywhere that's 2 feet away from the basket.
Okay, he's not a shooter. He's not a 3-point shooter. He's not a perimeter shooter. But did he put the ball? No, he's an elite offensive player because he can score. He was an elite scorer.
So you can only be an elite offensive player if you score.
No, you have to be able to score. You have to be able to pass. You have to be able to do all of these things.
So Jason Kidd can score. Rajon Rondo can score. CP3 can score. But they are elite playmakers.
I'm not calling. Yes, they're an elite playmaker. I'm not calling them elite offensively, but I'm going to call them elite at what they do as far as being a point guard. So they're elite point guards. That's the category I'm putting them in.
You just called Shaq elite, and he can only shoot under the basket.
So
he can't play.
So now, I'm not calling Shaq an elite scorer though. I'm calling him an elite offensive player.
So Dominique, this
He's
is
not
what
an
I'm saying.
elite scorer because he can't score from multiple places on the floor. So no, he's not an elite scorer, but he's elite offensively. Look at what he was able to do
I think there's a
offensively.
disconnect here, Dominique.
Dominique,
Yeah, the
can
disconnect
you
is
listen
you
to what I'm?
guys not knowing what the definition of elite is.
Oh, I
Or
definitely
the
know the
definition
definition
of
of elite.
offense and defense. So that's the
I
disconnect.
definitely know the definition of offense and defense.
Okay, well then Jason Kidd
So
was
you-
elite
All right,
offensively.
So you have
hold on. Here's the hold on before you go, Jay. Zoe, I want you to get in here and give your 2 cents about this right here. Like, which side are you leaning more towards, or are you splitting the baby? How you feel about it?
I ain't splitting no babies. Don't ever say
Now,
that.
so what you're being charged with to say right now is that LeBron James at some point in his career was an elite defender. And that's what we're talking about. That's the topic, just guys, so that we know. So we're all on the same page. LeBron was an elite defender.
Talking about everything that we've been in the
the main thing is LeBron is an elite defender.
Wait. I'm emceeing this shit.
Okay, but MC it properly. LeBron was an elite defender.
I had said, weigh in on what we had been talking about, which encompass everything.
What is
that? I want to hear.
What does that tie back to?
I want to hear if LeBron was a elite defender, and I want him to speak on how he feels about what can be called an elite defender or an elite offensive player.
This is what I feel, honestly. I do feel like you can have aspects of elite offensive play and still be like Shaq and Kyle Korver are the 2 prime examples. What was Kyle Korver elite at?
Shooting.
But nobody ever called him an elite offensive player.
Mm-hmm.
What was Shaq elite at? A couple of different things. Offensively, what was Shaq elite at? He was just dominant. And nobody, because he could not be
He
stopped.
ruled the fucking paint. He ruled the paint.
So it's a double-edged sword. Like, I can say Kyle Korver. I saw Kyle Korver hit 6 threes in like 12 seconds when he played
in a row.
It was unbelievable. I have never even thought to call him an elite offensive player. However, I also saw Shaq not really miss bunnies, but miss a lot of shots outside of that, his area. But I will call him elite. So it's a double-edged story. I guess I am splitting the baby, but I didn't.
You're welcome.
So let me say this.
I can explain it though. I can explain why Shaq is an elite offensive player and Jason.
Hold on, Dominique. Hold on. Let me explain this. Let me explain it to you how my mind works.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Nah, let me explain this because I honestly get what you're saying. I really do. You get what I'm saying? I get what you're saying.
I'm still waiting for you to tell me when LeBron was elite defensively. That's all I want to know. I don't care about all this other stuff that we went down. I'm sorry. Yeah. I want to know, when was LeBron an elite defender? Mel, you just entered. Mel can tell us. Mel will tell us when LeBron was elite.
Before we do that, welcome, Man Down Mel. And since you're here, do me a favor and read that super chat for me.
Sorry, Dom. Usually we're aligned, but I'm with Jay. You're cherry picking if you're only good at some things on D, elite, some on O, not elite. Nah. Yeah, I was listening to it in the car, y'all.
So that's what I'm saying. Hold on, man. So in my mind, there's 3 designations of elite players. You have elite offensive players, elite defensive players, elite all-around players.
Yep.
So in order to be considered an elite offensive player, you have to do something elite offensively. In order to do something elite, an elite defensive player, you have to do something elite defensively, i.e., you could be a steal specialist. You could be a shot blocker. You don't have to do all of it to be an elite defender.
Jay, you got to stop.
Yeah, stop right there. Real quick. Shout out Big Al. Always showing us love. Not the first time that we got this type of love from him. $99 cash app, done. You can basically say, he says, stop the cap. LeBron was never elite defensively. LeBron is offensively elite, the barreling down the lane for layups. So shout out
up into Cleveland, up until he went to Cleveland the second time he was elite defensively. From the time he got into the NBA until he went back to Cleveland.
So this is my opinion on LeBron elite. First of all, his opinions all the way around, because I'm listening to y'all. Then Dominique was right and then Jay was wrong, and then all of a sudden y'all tried to do an analogy, and then Jay was right and Dominique was wrong. I'm like, man, how y'all right and wrong in both? It's crazy. And then just the whole beginning of the thing, I think LeBron was elite defensively, or he was very fast, right? And off the ball, him playing passing lanes was crazy. Him being a rim protector in rotation was crazy. And just his size and being able to move. I seen him switch on Steph Curry and lock him up in the finals. So he had elite abilities. I would say, I don't know if I want to say elite, because I think that word is messing it up, because I think the elite defenders was like the Shane Battiers and the Bruce Bowens. And the Tony Allens. Those are the guys who would say, hey, go stop him. Mm-hmm. Maybe LeBron's just under elite. He's definitely not that now, but in Cleveland, the first time, and then a little bit in Miami, I think he was just under elite. Probably not elite though, but he was a good defender. He was good, right? And he still probably could be good if he wasn't elite. If he wasn't able to just sit there and just do nothing. Yeah. But then when Jay used the analogy, is Jason Kidd an elite offensive player? Well, first of all, Jason Kidd can score.
He can get a bucket.
So I wouldn't disqualify him from being an elite player because he couldn't score, because he could. Now, could Jason Kidd shoot when he first came in the league? Probably not. So he probably wasn't an elite offensive player then. I wouldn't just take his passing. I do agree with Dominique. The purpose of basketball is to score the ball or to stop the other team from scoring. So I think being an offensive elite player, scoring is the key thing you have to have, right? I do think Dominique was right with that. But y'all was right 10 times and wrong 5 times. Y'all was all over the place.
Like Chris said, we split the baby.
Real quick, shout out to Andrew Williams for the $5 super chat. So by J definition, I gotta call Dennis Rodman an elite offensive player just because he was an elite offensive rebounder. Stop.
I ain't mad at that.
Exactly.
I ain't mad at that at all. He was an elite rebounder, which transitions offensive defense. So I would say he was elite all around.
Rebounds win titles.
Yeah, but J Kidd was absolutely a problem on the offensive end.
Yeah,
it's some things that just you so good at that it makes you elite. Just like Shaq, if he's dominating down low, you can give him elite without having everything to his repertoire. And with Jason Kidd, he was so daggone good. Getting downhill, pushing the brakes. But Dominique was right about the defensive end too. You could be by position, like Rudy Gobert. People say he's not a good defender. Yeah, the hell he is. He blocks shots at the rim better than almost anybody in the league, right? But he gets cooked when he switch on screens on the perimeter and try to stop them. Just because you're the defensive player of the year don't mean you're supposed to be able to switch screens and defend point guards, man. I disagree with that, but that's it. That's all.
I also think that Jason Kidd was elite, Jay. You just told me that if he couldn't score, would that make him an elite offensive player? And I was saying no.
I
do believe that he's elite.
Which is why I brought up Rondo, because Rondo was never known as a scorer.
Never an elite scorer.
Never an elite scorer, but he was definitely but that wasn't his thing, right? Jason,
I don't think you need to be elite at scoring though in order to be an elite offensive player. You can't contribute nothing to scoring though and be considered elite offensively, in my opinion.
And again, like I said, you have to divide a skill set to either offense, defense, or all around. And if you're elite at something, then you're in one of those categories, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like because Rondo was such an elite playmaker, I think that makes him an elite offensive player.
And just because, and please understand this.
Really a great scorer.
I think what a disconnect, Dominique, with the word elite is, I think you feel like that I'm saying that if you're elite at something, then you can't be garbage at something else. And I'm not saying that at all.
It's just we're calling LeBron James somebody who hasn't defended in over 10 years an elite defender at some point, and he only had 6, all defensive teams. That's the problem that I have. He's played for 22 years. So when you say that he was an elite defender, that was like when Godzilla was a baby. That's the problem that I'm having with it.
But that's still a point in time.
Here's my
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, but I just wanted to know when.
Here's my thing.
And I
right?
told you
Don't
before he
clear
went
that
back
up.
to Cleveland.
Here's my
Before
thing,
he
right?
went
No,
back
you
to
mean
Cleveland.
before he even went to Miami, because he didn't really defend there.
So here's my thing, right? I think that a lot of people might call LeBron an elite defender back in the day because of all the amazing chase down blocks that he got, right? Blocks is a part of defense, right? You can go back, you can get the block, cool. But I want to implore people to think about this, right? How many of those chase down block means you have to, chase somebody down to get the block. How many of those block opportunities were created because of a turnover by him that he had to go back and get and make up for that turnover, right? So is that still elite if you are creating these opportunities to make these blocks happen?
Sure, because when did we call him an elite ball handler?
Who called him an elite ball handler?
Nobody, exactly. So him turning the ball over to start the defense has no bearing on what he did once the ball was in the opponent's hands. It has no bearing on that. Shoot an elite. So if you're an elite offensive rebounder, but you shoot 13% from the field, it don't matter that you missed the shot that you rebounded. That matters. That doesn't matter at all.
13 is a wild number.
Crazy.
13% from the field. Like, what are you doing out there? Anyway, shout out Sports Facts. They said Alvin Robinson, MJ, Scotty, KG, Hakeem, J Kidd, GP, Rodman, and Dave Robinson, the Admiral. I'm guessing this is who he was talking about being elite.
David Robinson is most definitely elite at everything.
No question.
Especially on Pier 7.
He definitely elite on Pier 7.
type shit.
Type shit. All right. We appreciate the super chat. We're gonna keep it pushing. We're not gonna take any calls on that one. On to the next topic. Dirk Nowitzki.
I feel like we didn't even get into the NBA ratings part though. I mean, y'all played a clip and then just start talking about elite defense.
Hey,
but I like
how did that
happen?
When the wind takes you one way, right?
But y'all letting the Holy Ghost lead.
So
no, you're right. It's nothing wrong with that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I know. I take that back.
So Dirk Nowitzki was recently asked a question. And had him saying to the big three in Miami, his championship run in 2011. And he had some interesting things to say about it, man. This is what he had to say.
Talk about Dallas, because you won the ship.
Yes. There's a debate on the greatest NBA Finals run.
It's not a debate. When you look at who Dirk had to beat, obviously Portland first round, that's Brandon Roy. The next series, it's Kobe and Powell coming off a championship. Swept them. Then the next series, it's KD, Russ, and Harden. Gentleman's sweep. Then the next series, Bosh, Wade, Bron, your favorite Hall of Famers got clapped on that run.
What seed were y'all?
We were like fifth. That's why we had such a tough road. People thought we were going to lose every single series. They thought Portland was going to beat us. They thought the Lakers were going to demolish us. And then they thought OKC and Miami was going to beat us as well. Dirk had quiet confidence.
It was to the point where he was the best player in the playoffs.
He would say it to us. He just didn't feel like he needed to say it to the world. We taking on the big three. He's like, they ain't no real big three. If they really wanted to create a big three, they would have came and got me. Dead serious.
So, and we've talked about this numerous times before. What was the toughest championship in NBA history? I obviously have my answer, my reasons, right? But for good reason, the 2011 championship run with Dirk Nowitzki is up there in the debate as one of the toughest championship runs. What do you guys think about it?
I think you should kick us off, Mel.
Oh, you want me to kick us off?
You should. I think you should.
I was about to look up the run that Hakeem had, but with those, especially the first one before he got Clyde Drexler.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't know if he went through more talented teams. They both was in the West, so I'm pretty sure he went through David Robinson and. Probably did he go through Phoenix? I don't know. I got to double check who all Hakeem went through on his first ring, because he didn't have Clyde. His second best player was Vernon Maxwell. So I'm thinking about it like, all right, Hakeem, Dirk, and there's one more other guy that I feel like have the toughest championships that I've seen from a superstar. Based on what type of help they had. right? So Dirk is definitely up there. I would look at Hakeem's as well, but then you got to look at Kobe having to go through that super team in Boston. And I think that was tough as well, man. Like, that's crazy, man. But I'm gonna go out on a limb before I look at Hakeem's and Kobe's, and I'm gonna say, yeah, Dirk.
I'm gonna say Dirk, but I'm looking at Hakeem's, and it was tough.
What was Hakeem's? What was Hakeem's?
Utah first round.
Okay.
First round, Utah beat them.
Stockton Malone.
Second round, Phoenix
with Barkley and
with
KJ.
Barkley.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Yeah,
Conference
and then
finals, San Antonio. Finals, Orlando. That's
the famous dream shake he did on David Robinson and had him lost. And I think David Robinson got MVP that year, and he wanted to show him. So I don't know, man. Dirk, Hakeem.
Now you know who
I got a dark horse. I'm not saying either one of them. I got a dark horse.
All right,
but go ahead, Chris.
No, I was refreshing Mel if he knew the Dirk one. I know they said it in the soundbite, but it was kind of quick. It was Kobe and Powell coming off the championship. OKC with the Durant, Westbrook and Harden, and I can't remember the other one, but it was
Brian them.
Huh? No, not in the championship, but in the
Portland,
West.
Brandon Roy.
It was Portland, yeah, Brandon Roy. Yep. Brandon Roy in the first round. So I hear that Hakeem one. I respect that, but also Dirk Nowitzki and what army?
I'm so like flabbergasted that none of y'all mentioned MJ.
Which
run?
He was
very first one.
Where he had to play the Lakers, and he finally got through Detroit.
And the round before that, the round before Detroit was a tough 76ers team, Manute Bol, Charles Barkley and them.
No, man.
The Sixers was crazy.
I don't think it's on Dirk's level, bro.
And then the first round, Pat Ewing, all them.
I don't think it's on Dirk's level. The defending champs, Jay, in the first round, the defending champs. And you a 5th seed, and Jason Kidd is your point guard at 39.
Dude, you talking about the defending champs. You had to beat the last 3 champs. You had to beat Magic and them and Isaiah and them on the back-to-back. And I'm talking about, dude, to get to the promised land, went from.
But he was the best player in the league.
And they were more favored.
He was I don't know if he was favored, Dominique, but he was definitely the best player in the league at that time.
What I'm saying is more favored than Dallas as a 5th seed. You know what I'm saying? Like you had more faith in the Bulls than you did in Dallas.
I can see that because I think the Bulls was the number 1 seed.
Series is what I'm saying. So like Dallas was pegged to lose every series. The Bulls weren't. We didn't think they were going to lose every series.
No,
every series.
I think the thing about the Dallas run, I think the thing about the Dallas run is because it like seemingly came out of nowhere. So
and they were the 5th seed too.
That's why it came out of nowhere. Like you know what I'm saying, but.
So what did you say?
As far
Houston
as
was the 6th seed.
Houston was the 6th seed.
6th seed, the only 6th seed to win a ring. They was on the road.
But as far as competition, like I think I would say Dirk and them just because of like it came from nowhere and it was kind of still a murderer's row. But I think there's other championship runs that had at least equal competition.
It's some championship runs that was impressive that didn't get it finished off. They got whooped when they got to the finals.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The 2010
Probably.
Magic?
Yeah.
The Lakers team that got help, they had a hell of a run.
The White Magic.
Like it's so hard to pick one.
Man, it's hard to pick one.
It's hard for me to pick one because I like this Dallas run a lot. I think that was really tough. I like the Spurs run. Almost all of them were tough in my opinion. Then I think Kawhi Leonard in 2019, that was very tough, I think, for him to do.
Toronto.
Oh yeah, they came out of nowhere.
But KD got hurt though.
KD got hurt. I'm just talking about the whole run. We're talking about the run, like that. Even just for them to be in the finals, like nobody was expecting Toronto, and they've never been back there. Right? Kawhi didn't want to play there either.
So
imagine was crazy. You don't even want to be on.
But we're talking about as far as like a superstar led, right? So this is where I keep 04 Pistons out of it because that 04 Pistons team, didn't have a bona fide superstar. That team was just
I think Rasheed was a superstar, but he just didn't want to be.
So do I.
Yeah, but that was like a run.
To me, that is the most impressive team run in
team
NBA.
run. Yeah, team run.
Yeah, you can say team, but Dominique said it's hard to pick one, and she's right. But it's not hard to pick two. I can narrow it down to Hakeem and Dirk for sure.
Now, where are we placing Wade's 06 championship?
That's another one that I've brought up in the past. That I think was a really tough run, but I mean, there's a little bit of an asterisk there because of all the free throws that he shot in that series. You know, so like people like really try to discount it. It's just like the way he put that team on his back, though. The way he looked out there, it was the same way he looked in 2011 when LeBron decided to throw that title. So like LeBron threw the title. That's my take there. That I don't know that like that final series. I think the run was really hard. It was one of the hardest runs, but that series, the fucking Heat could be had. They were had like. I mean, look at the way LeBron played. That wasn't a tough series for Dallas to come and stomp them out.
Right.
I mean, everybody was able to stop him, guard him. Jason Kidd locked him up.
He was dealing with cramps that year, wasn't he?
Man, he did
that year.
all the time.
He was dealing with cramps, psychological issues. Dwayne Wade was the man in that series. He didn't want to not be the man, so he decided to throw the series. That's what I believe.
Now, I want to ask y'all, where do y'all rank the 08 Celtics championship? I understand that.
As far as a run, like
a team run.
Team run?
It was a super team.
I expected them to win, so it's not as impressive as a Dirk run or they were the best team. They were the number 1 seed, and they played the Hawks the first round, who was the 8th seed, and barely got in the playoffs. I think probably the last week of the regular season. So, and they still took them to 7 games. I just thought about that.
Yeah, I think I want to say it was a year. I don't know if the second round they had problems with Philly and was getting. I think Philly gave them some issues when and actually Boston got some help against. I don't know about the Hawks series, but that Philly series they got some help to beat them because Philly was they got game 1 and they was about to get game 2. It was looking bad for them boys, man. But the NBA needed them in the championship, so
they
helped them out. Yeah,
and it just crossed my mind too. You said teams that made it and then got washed in the finals just a couple years ago. And I hate to say this, man, because Dino gonna be on my phone about this.
Miami.
But Jimmy Butler in Miami.
Shout out Jimmy Butler.
That was crazy.
That was a good run. Jimmy
Butler.
Now if he would have beat Denver, in the championship, then he would be up there with Dirk.
And think about how much exertion was used in that playoff run just to get to the finals. I think that played a huge part, as well as the injuries that they were dealing with. That played a huge part about how they got waxed by Denver. And plus, it was Jokic's time. Like the league wasn't going to sacrifice too many more trips and him not get a ring. So it was just sacrificial lamb type stuff. But the run to get to the finals that year was very impressive. And I hate the Heat. I hate them.
Got Detroit on up out of there.
Yeah.
Got Detroit on up out of there that year.
So Jay, you going Dirk too?
Yeah.
Who all going Dirk?
Well, you know what?
I'm going as far as single superstar runs go. I would say Dirk.
I give it.
I'm going to Olajuwon, but that we ain't talking about that dream shake no more.
All right, it's got to be talked about, Jay.
I'm going Kawhi Leonard 2019.
He put David Robinson in the blender
and
then did the Shaq the whole thing.
Like I know what you're saying, Mel, but like that Toronto team still shouldn't have been able to beat them. Like, in my opinion.
But no Clay, no KD. We knew for a fact with KD healthy, Toronto or nobody coming out of the East stood a chance. We knew that.
4-1 at best.
Kawhi Leonard is just the only player I think in the last maybe 2 decades to get traded to a team in season and take them to a title. Kevin Durant did not do that. He got traded in season.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Kevin Durant?
Kawhi Leonard. He was traded during the season and went on a title run. That just never happened. So I need to give him credit for that. No other player has done that. LeBron, he needs a full season, the lay of the land, trade players away, fire coaches, and then the next season he wins. So
and if it ain't working out, they do a mid-season trade. You know what I mean? We're gonna need that. I'm gonna put a poll up, y'all. So no Diddy. I'm gonna put a poll up.
I was gonna say a survey, so we, you know what I'm saying.
Survey says.
Would you like to take a survey?
So what we gonna? So what's the options? Dirk, Hakeem, Kawhi, or other? Let's do 4. Let's do Dirk,
Hakeem, Kawhi, and then other. Got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you doing it? Oh, you doing it?
Right now, I'm doing it.
All right, bet.
It's okay, spell Kawhi.
I like this, man. Oh boy, y'all just making my heart just smile, man.
Hey, you got the perfect hoodie on for our news read, man, but you wasn't here, man.
Guys, I misspoke. Kawhi Leonard wasn't traded midseason. My bad.
Yeah, he was asking for
he was traded
for
in
that trade. Yeah, he got there in the offseason. He had a full season. It was just
and it was kind of messed up how San Antonio did him. They kind of tried to send him to the abyss.
Yeah, they did.
He made it work.
Yeah.
Turn around and won a ring.
Turn around and won a title.
Like, you know what? That alone right there gets bonus points. Like they're like, we're gonna send you somewhere where you're gonna be miserable.
You don't want to go. You're gonna be cold.
The story is dope, Dominic. But come on, man. That's just like if Jimmy Butler would have got the Heat to there, and then Dirk got hurt in the first game. I mean, not Dirk, but Jokic got hurt in the first game, and he was done. And
Toronto is just not good. Like I think that the Warriors still should have been able to win.
Toronto was good.
Of course,
let's not.
I don't think that they were good enough to beat the Warriors. But of course, Steph Curry isn't actually good enough to do what he needed to do in that series.
I'm not gonna allow the narrative to say that Toronto wasn't good because Toronto was.
That's my narrative.
Hold on, Toronto was consistently in the playoffs. They just kept running into LeBron.
Never won anything.
Because they kept running into LeBron.
That's because they had
LeBron is also somebody who's lost repeatedly, so they kept running into another loser. Okay.
Toronto was good though, Don.
Yeah,
they were good. I'm just saying they were never good enough to be in the finals.
Only 2 teams are ever good enough to be.
They weren't good enough to be in the finals.
You agree Kawhi better than DeMar DeRozan, right? A lot better, right? Yeah,
I agree.
I
agree, but I mean, he's always injured. He always like the knee issues. His problems.
Season.
I'm just saying, with his problems, it's just shocking that he was able to do that.
Well,
and then never again
on the poll. I'm waiting to see what they go vote. So it's Kawhi, Hakeem, Dirk, and other, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what the polls say. I keep saying, man, I can't even say poll no more because y'all done messed it up. And can't even say poll, man. So you doing it from your phone? You know how to do polls from your phone?
Wait. Hey, yo.
Wait a minute, bro. Time out. After you say that, you said I ain't doing polls nowhere. Ever.
He's doing surveys from his phone.
Survey said.
Ding.
Yeah.
We got any votes coming through us though? We got votes coming in.
I'm about to do it from.
Oh Lord, have mercy. So that's I knew it. He was trying to do it from his phone. I ain't never done it from my phone.
I don't like not being able to see who I'm talking to. So I have to I ain't got my double screen up. But
I tell you what.
Shout out
if I beat you to it, though.
Oh yeah, if you can't, I'm not gonna let you beat me to it now.
All right, so check it out, man. While we waiting for that survey to be put on there, and then before the show is over, we'll take a look at the survey results. So when the survey's posted, y'all make sure y'all go in there and vote, and then we'll read off the results right at the end of the show. But to keep things kind of moving at a decent pace, man, we're gonna go ahead and slide to the next topic. And Caitlin Clark recently spoke on behalf of the black women athletes in the WNBA.
Well, I thought you was about to say niggas, but go ahead, my bad. My bad.
She spoke on behalf of those two.
She spoke up on behalf of the black women. The black women in the WNBA, and some people did not like it. Some people kind of are starting to fall off the so-called Caitlin wagon, and one person in particular had something to say about it. So we're gonna take a listen to that, and then dissect it.
Asia Wilson and these other angry lesbians have made Caitlin Clark, grab a belt loop. For those of you that don't understand prison logo, when they turn you out in prison and make you their, and pardon the language, I'm just going to keep it real. When they make you their prison bitch, they make you grab the belt loop of their pants and just follow you around to let everybody know, we got this one. This is mine. Don't touch him. This is mine. I've turned him out. I've changed his name to Tiffany. His name was LeBron. Now I've changed him into Tiffany. He's grabbed my belt loop. That's what they've done to Caitlin Clark, and we allowed it.
Yo, listen.
So wait. Before we go into it, the first thing I heard that tells me everything I need to know was instead of saying lingo, he said logo. Prison logo.
It's supposed to be lingo. And then he said like Asia and all these other lesbians. She's in a hetero. I mean, she's in a relationship with Bam Adebayo. She's literally not lesbian. So he was wrong with that again.
Like
he said logo, and then the LeBron just Steve.
What happened to him? He said my name used to be LeBron. Like
Cootie Brown told me that saying no Diddy is like saying free Diddy. Oh wow.
You just made me type in Brown on this dog.
Hey, look, man, free Diddy to his backwards.
So, but
wait, what?
What are y'all thoughts on what Jason Whitlock had to say? I don't even like saying that dude's name, but what do y'all think, man?
Dominique, since you volunteered me, I'm volunteering you.
I mean, I'm disgusted. I can't even laugh about it. I don't think it's funny at all. A fat black man on television acting like this on YouTube. I'm disgusted.
No,
calling Asia Wilson a lesbian, and she's not. And there's nothing wrong with being a lesbian, but like, you know, he is just a disgrace to the YouTube streets, to, you know, media, black journalists, you know, black media personalities. He is disgusting. And he's been spewing this kind of like hate all over YouTube for a while about the WNBA. So I don't listen to him. I don't watch him, but he's dead wrong. And I mean, he didn't even have, I don't even understand his analogy. Calling, like, what does LeBron being Tiffany have to do with Caitlin Clark and, you know, her woke comments about black women, you know, and why is
she trying to go viral, Dominique? He thought he was hitting with the punchline. He thought he was hitting it.
Yeah, he thought he was cooking.
Yeah, he thought it was cooking for sure. He trying to go viral.
He reminds me of a guy that, you know, nobody wanted growing up. Black girls didn't want, nobody wanted him. Okay, at any stage in his life. And, you know, probably, you know, when the lights are low, I feel like he lives, breathes, eats in front of his laptop, you know, doing the, you know, little thing at the end. You know, I just don't. He is guilty to me. I think he is a lonely man. I think that he is, you know, pretty much has no friends. If he does have them, I'd be shocked. But yeah, I think he's by himself at the end of the night.
Do you think he personally? Do you think he buy box? I mean, do he look? He got the face of a.
He does have that look. He has a look of a person that's buying it.
Oh, you definitely pay for it.
There's no way.
Sliding down Main Street in San Diego.
He looks like he doesn't even shower. The little thumbnail picture that you have of him, bottom left corner, he looks like he doesn't even take a shower.
Oh man, come on, man.
He looks like he smells like bologna.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. We know what he's trying to do. This is my thing, right? Caitlin understands, like, they're mad at Caitlin Clark because she's understanding how toxic the WNBA was last season and how the fans made it toxic and how there was two different fan bases pitted against each other that was unnecessary, right? You know, I mean, there's no reason for the mainstream media, like real professionals that have huge platforms, ESPN, Fox Sports, all these places, to honestly be pushing an agenda that black women hate Caitlin Clark and pushing that for their own, you know, personal whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And what Caitlin is saying, I see y'all using me. she had her own stuff to deal with last season. She couldn't really address it. She was a rookie trying to figure out her game in the WNBA, and she had a lot on her shoulders, man. So now that she had a second to sit back and relax and think about it, I think she's understanding that when I come into the next season, I don't want this narrative. And those fans that followed me to this league, if y'all are those type of fans, then I'm going to separate myself from you. I'm going to say things like this, and now y'all not going to like it. And I think that's good for her to do that, and it's good for the sport to do it, man, because I would love to enjoy the WNBA next year without all of that talk that we had to deal with this past season, man. So I applaud her for saying that.
Yeah, that she definitely alienated a large portion of her fan base by doing it. But for her, I'm sure she knew that too.
I don't think she alienated them. That's the best part, because they weren't watching. Megyn Kelly doesn't watch the WNBA.
That's true too.
You know what I'm saying? So fuck her, right?
No, she don't hear about this. I mean, they were hot.
They're gonna talk about it.
They're gonna hear about it.
She's gonna hear about it. But what I'm trying to say is those people are still gonna support her. They still like, they're not just all of a sudden gonna drop off being angry and hating Black women and saying that, they're beating up Caitlyn this year. That's not gonna stop. So those same people, they're gonna come right back this season and continue to spew the hate and continue to say, oh, Caitlyn shouldn't be. I think what Megyn Kelly said was that it was self-flagellation. So, she didn't like Caitlyn's comments, but she didn't say that she was not supporting her anymore. They're still going to, but they're just going to push back and say, oh,
is it because of this comment on the screen, Dominique?
This is telling to me they only liked her to spite Black women. It's obvious to me. Even Stevie Wonder sees that.
Is that why they still go support her? Because they just using her as a
exactly
a tool
because they're not going to be able to use Paige Beckers.
Yeah,
they're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah. And Paige said the same exact thing when she won her award.
The ESPYs, right?
Was it the ESPYs?
It was the ESPYs.
Yeah, she said it better. I'm going to be honest with you. So her speech was better, and it was on target. It was on time. Caitlin Clark is a season late, with this message. And I don't even really think she had a message. She's not even admitting that, she has a large fan base due to being white. She's saying, yes, I have privilege, but she's not even saying what that privilege has garnered her, how it actually impacted the league. She didn't say any of that. She just said that Black women kind of built the league. So, I think that her comments should have been a little bit more polished, more direct, and unqualified.
Do you think that it was purposely done like that? Because she has a PR team. She could have been absolutely direct and called it what it was, but she kind of told the line, kind of built the
absolutely. Absolutely, Zoe. I think she told the line, and it's kind of like along the same lines of Michael Jordan saying like Republicans buy sneakers too. In a way. It's similar to that, because it's kind of like, okay, you don't want to alienate this fan base so that they stop watching, or she's probably just trying to mitigate the attack she's going to receive.
Understood. Yeah.
But Black women did build the league. They didn't kind of build it. They did build it. All of her idols in the sport are, for the most part, Black women. I'm not going to say that there are no white women ballers. Obviously, we have Sue Bird, we had Diana Taurasi, we had a multitude of women in the sport that helped to grow the sport. But again, there was a whole lot of racism this past season. It was horrible. And Jason Whitlock to even be a part of that, and sounding like Outkick, calling these women angry lesbians. There's not, like, some of the best players in the league are not lesbians. I don't know what the hell. Jackie Young isn't a lesbian.
Yeah, they just
is not a lesbian.
They just go call all of them.
The stars of the
call
league.
all of them that though. They just throwing them all in one little bag so they can go on with their agenda and their narrative.
Even back in the day, Cynthia Cooper is not a lesbian.
They've been having kids in the WNBA, and I'm not saying that you need to not be a lesbian to do that, but it's been happening. There are plenty of.
It was literally a whole issue about them having
exactly
in the WNBA.
Exactly.
It was a whole issue. So
exactly.
But like Jason Whitlock, I mean that commentary was definitely unsavory, uncalled for. But this is who Jason Whitlock is, and probably always will be. Whoever cuts the checks, this is what they signed him on for, and he sold out for the deal. You know what I'm saying? So like this kind of commentary, but like that is just because he like Dominique said, he even trailed off with his analogy, just to make a one hitter that went viral. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of like what Caitlin said, and there is some truth behind it. You know, like the league was built by black women. You know, and to show that respect is, you know, needed, and coming from her, especially knowing who her fan base is, right? Even though she might, and at this point she has to know who exactly her fan base is, but even if she doesn't want to acknowledge it, we know who the fan base is, right? And you've seen all the people that just like, oh, I'm done with Caitlin Clark now, she's Caitlin woke and this, that, and third. Like, this is needed because we need to purge the game of these non-basketball fans, right? Like, I'm cool with y'all, leave, be gone, because y'all are not bringing nothing but toxicity to the game anyway. A game that was pure all the way up until this point, right? It was good basketball. It was still played the correct way, right? And yeah, you know, you and Angel and, you know, some of the other names have been bringing a bigger light to it, but with that light, y'all also brought some negative connotations with it. So go ahead and leave. And Jason, we're like, you can go ahead and leave too. We're definitely good on that.
Was he ever watching?
I highly doubt it. I think the only thing he watches is probably like hot dog eating contest.
I know what he watches.
we definitely don't want to see his browser history.
That search history is insane, probably.
Yeah, we gonna keep that browser history. We want to take calls on this one. How y'all feel?
Yeah, we can.
All right, I'm gonna put the.
How you spell Kawhi?
Kawhi.
Did you do the poll?
Jesus Christ, bro.
Relax.
I got it right here. Bam.
So we'll take a couple of phone calls on the subject if you guys want to call in.
I ain't gonna tell. Don't tell me who you picked. Well, I think I know who you picked, but
we got a caller. We got a caller right here.
Hey, that poll was Tanzo up, boy. He didn't even.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, caller Aaron, what's going on?
It never was.
Hey, what's up, man? Me and my cousin was talking about this when the whole Caitlin Clark Angel Reese thing went down. When it was in college, and to me, it's the media. The media is the one that started this fire. When Angel Reese, when Caitlin Clark was going on her run, like I was a big fan. I'm still a big fan. I'm a fan, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, talking with my cousin, like, yo, this white girl cold, man. And she talk trash. That's what I'm talking about. And so when Angel Reese did the whole, you know what I'm saying, the gesture that Caitlin Clark did in that game before they got to the finals, the media put a dark light on Angel Reese for doing that, when just the game before that, they were celebrating Caitlin Clark for doing it. And then when I would hear like a lot of white people, when they would talk about it, they would talk about Angel. They basically would say in the same talking points that you would hear on from the media outlets about Angel Reese, and how, you know what I'm saying, her doing that was, you know, it wasn't good sportsmanship and everything like that. And but you kind of got the feeling like, oh, the media done turned this into a white and black thing now, where it wasn't even meant to be that. And so I blame the media on all this that's happening up until this point, because I don't even think Caitlin Clark, and I heard what Dominique said, and I do agree with her, you know what I'm saying, do agree with her to some point on that. But I think it's just this topic of race for these young girls, man. I think and to be on a national stage, like, sometimes you just can't find the right words to say, even though you're trying to please everybody. Sometimes it's gonna come out wrong. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But that's my thing. I think the media is the one that started all this when it was just pure. It was just pure. It was girls competing, heat of the moment, you know what I'm saying? A lot of trash talking going on. and the media is the one that flipped it. You know what I'm saying? And that's my opinion on it.
For sure. What you think?
I don't think it was just the media. I can agree that the media did definitely push that narrative, but it wasn't just the media. It was a lot of the fan base too that that didn't get the scrutiny that they're getting right now. Because I don't know if people remember, but I watched female hoops, especially college hoops. Especially since Flage been there. She's a Savannah baby, and I knew her father, so. I watched a lot of college hoops during that time, and that was her freshman season when Caitlin Clark began to really start to, make a name for herself. And I remember Raven Johnson in South Carolina not being able to shoot the basketball, and then that's when Caitlin kind of just shoot her off, and she missed a shot, and then they played against LSU, and a lot of the context came from that because they felt like Caitlin Clark, was disrespecting the game. They felt like she was not disrespecting players who happened to be of a certain color, being disrespectful to that player and disrespecting the game by doing that. So they wanted to beat her. And that's when the "you can't see me" stuff that Caitlin was doing was done by Angel. And that's when the media, I believe, started to dictate and pick a side, because at the end of the day, Caitlin was doing it and it was like, oh, she's swaggy. She got all the sauce. She got all of this.
Yeah.
People started doing it like, man, she's classless. I think they call them, I can't remember who the right
dirty debutantes.
Dirty debutantes. Like it turned into something that it didn't have to. So in that regard, I agree. But I do think that a lot of the times, especially back then, nobody was even saying anything about any of this when Caitlin Clark was doing it until Angel Reese started doing it as well. So
that's the perfect.
Yeah, you're right, though.
Hold on, that's the perfect rundown because you explained everything, and what people don't really get with it is you went back to her junior year when she was destroyed, like her getting all of that attention and fame from how she was playing, like she was really feeling herself. Absolutely. Right? And like you said, people felt like she was disrespecting the game. She waving people off. She, getting the crowd involved. She doing all this flashy stuff.
Showmanship.
And like you said, it was swaggy to a lot of people, right? When she got humbled in the championship game,
they didn't like
and
that.
then the "you can't see me" thing happened. She flipped the script because, oh man, all of that showmanship I did just to get humbled, that felt like crap when I lost that game. She cried at the post game. It felt like crap for her to lose, and she was like, I'd rather be the person that just hoop. And then what happened is everyone in the media did all the flaunting and flashy and taunting for her. All she had to do was sit back and relax, and everybody in the media did her work against the other girls, right? All she had to do was just play ball, and she flipped the script because she was just like Angel Reese as far as taunting goes. Man,
it was bad
in her junior year, but she flipped it and went innocent girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then the media played off on it. You on mute, Don.
She still talks trash during the game. Did you see how she was talking to DeWanna Bonner? Connecticut's son, all-time leading scorer in the WNBA. Like, she can still give it, but you're right. She stopped that taunting shit, because she realized that she's probably not going to win anything.
Yeah. Appreciate the call, Aaron. You got to get a couple more.
Aaron. We got to get some more calls in here.
All right.
Appreciate it. Caller from San Jose. Can you hear me?
Peace.
Hey, what's going on?
You know the way.
Hey, what's up, Brother Juma? I'm the Bay Area. Shout out to you guys, man, down.
Hey, Brother Juma.
Hey, peace. That Chef Dom over there burying people right now. She's cooking them up.
What's going on? What's your thoughts, brother?
Yeah, well, I've been watching women's basketball since before the WNBA when they had the ABL. Back in, like, I want to say 94, 95. It ran for like about 4 or 5 years, and the women were hooping it up. They were making good money, and they basically it was a year-round league, the parallel to the NBA, but the NBA didn't want that competition. That's when they basically bought them out, and then started pretty much a WNBA, which ain't nothing but a summer league, which is a travesty in itself. So I got girls. I love watching the game. I got girls who play ball, my daughters, and I'll be quick, but got nothing but respect for Caitlin Clark. You know what I mean? She's put in hard work. You don't get a shot like that by sitting on your butt. That girl's going out, getting, putting her time in, working on her skills. Personally, I definitely think that we all know she's a turnover machine and she's work on her D. But if you guys, anybody knows, they just do some decent, journalism history or look it up. You can look and see some of her old games from high school, and that girl was cussing out refs back then, doing that push off that she does all the time. Horrible. She's definitely competitive, has her chest out. I love watching that beast in her. I love watching her competitive spirit. But I don't want to say, I don't know if it's entitlement or what, but she's like a Draymond, but she has more skills. Because that girl for years has been literally cussing out refs, pushing people, she'll turn around and was pushing opponents on the ground, and she wouldn't get teed up for it. So they've empowered her, and in the same way they've done like LeBron, and they try to put her on this pedestal. And like you guys were saying earlier, she went for the whole season doing the singing, and then the second the sister does it once at the end, they demonize her, and then they have all, like you say, the dirty debutantes and all that. So it's definitely it's the machine that's fueling it, and then the fans, those unfortunate supposed fans are just using her as a great white hope, and to I don't want to get all political about it, but she definitely doesn't deserve to have as much attention on her as she does, without giving respect to people that are balling better than her. Even some of the white girls, like you guys mentioned, I forget the sister's name. The white girl who was she got hurt and now she's playing. I think she's gonna come out now. Y'all just mentioned her.
Paige Buchers, yeah.
Paige, yeah, she's a better baller than Caitlin, I believe.
Even the white women in the league right now, Leonie Fibich, she was an underrated rookie. Nobody talked about her. She was in the finals. Sabrina Ionescu, Kelsey Plum, 2-time champion. We act like Caitlin Clark is the only one. She's the only white girl giving black girls fits. That's not true.
It's not true. And who's the one sister on LSU? I think she's with LSU, and she shut her down.
Flajay.
Blocked her shots a couple of times, shut her down.
They had to be the South Carolina. They had to be the South Carolina girl last season.
You mean Raven Johnson?
Raven Johnson.
I might be getting it confused, but it was a short sister. She has all that hair, that weave was flying in the back, and she
Raven
was
Johnson.
But no one even talked about her.
The same girl who
it's not race related. It definitely is. And it's unfortunate, but she's bringing money to the league, and that's what it comes down to. They're gonna pump her up the way, because she brings money in, and that's what moves. Money moves mountains. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate.
True,
But I love her game. But she definitely needs her offensive game. She has to work on her handles, you know what I mean, and in terms of turning the ball over. And definitely, if she don't get in the gym and learn how to play some D and get around screens and stuff, she's gonna end up being, it'll all come to pass eventually, like with LeBron. So hopefully she could put in that. She seems honorable and she really loves the game. She's willing to put in that work. Hopefully she can take that criticism. But I don't know about that either, because it seemed like she was having words with the coach. Remember when she just got traded and she said she wasn't sure if she was going to play defense, talking smack. So we'll see. But I appreciate you guys. You guys are holding it down. It's unfortunate that we got Stephen A. and Whitlock and these supposed professionals who are getting paid millions of dollars who don't even do their job. And we have to depend on lovers of the game like you guys, a Man Down and Commissioner and AOH and everybody else and Ticket, all these people who really do have integrity and have facts. And I really do appreciate you guys, man. Please keep it up. None but love and respect.
No doubt. Thanks, bro.
Salute, bro.
All right. Peace and blessings.
All right.
Salute.
All right. We got the results.
Let me see.
Let's see what the results. Oh, got one more. This y'all favorite right here.
Who is? Young.
G Rick.
Greg.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? What's going on?
What's happening?
Thank y'all for checking in on a Friday. But hey, Mel, you out of pocket, man. You was working the polls for about 20 minutes, bro. That's nasty work, man.
Yeah, he's just saying
nasty work. Now, but for real, let me go back a topic with the who had the toughest run. I think it's hands down that Houston squad in '94.
Okay.
Because I think they might have been like a 6 or a 7 seed.
6 seed.
And they had to play all of them games on the road. That's a whole different that's a different scenario. And you got to remember when they played Phoenix, they went down 3-1.
Sheesh.
And came back and won the series from down 3-1.
Dang. Hakeem the Dream, bro.
That does change.
Okay. That's good perspective though.
That's good perspective right there.
Okay, now, along with them winning the series or whatever, let's fast forward to that 2011 series with Miami. Man, had LeBron played his game, they would have beat the hell out of Dallas. Let's just call it what it is. But most people forget that Caron Butler got hurt during the season, and he didn't get to play in the playoffs. So if they had Caron Butler on their squad, they would have beat. I think they would have beat the hell out of Miami if you added him. But if was a fifth, we'd all be effed up. You know what I'm saying? But as it stands, I think that like starting the series off on the road, like a 45, 46, 47 win team, and then you come back from a 3-1 deficit. I would definitely say that was the bigger of the upsets. And the Orlando Magic team that they beat was the last team to beat my Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give them props for that. And I think our comments off there.
All right, thanks, Greg. I can dig it. I can dig it. They don't change your mind.
Oh, we got one more call. We're gonna take one more.
Dominique, that change your mind at all?
Hello?
You still on mute?
Yeah, caller. What's going on? Can you hear us?
No, it didn't change my mind.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I can hear you. The problem with LeBron is he just kills franchises in a runoff.
We on LeBron topic?
With the Lakers.
Yes. Yeah.
So, for instance, the problem with the Lakers right now is LeBron James because of he won't take the back seat to anyone in his life. Just like in Dallas, if he would have just let Dwayne Wade cook and keep cooking, they would have beat Dallas. But he always makes it about him. Okay. That's it, and that's all.
Okay, he brought it around. He brought it around the current topic. Okay.
Oh, and that was it.
He had nothing else to say.
The call. I don't know if it dropped or that's what he had. But all right.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick before we go, let me look at the stats.
We did get some super chats too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Shout out to Posh King with a $16 cash app, always showing support and love. So we appreciate that, Posh. Thank you. Let's see if we miss any super chats.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Granny with the $10 super chat. Good show. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sports Facts, $5 super chat. Bulls went 15-2 versus New York, Philly, Detroit, LA. All powerhouse teams with Detroit, LA both favored. Can't discredit the Bulls because they dominated great teams.
Of course, yeah.
That's real.
Mm-hmm.
That's
real. Mad at it.
Results so far, we got 95 votes so far. Dirk is winning with 64%. 98 votes now. Dirk still winning 64. Kawhi has 12%, and Hakeem has 23%. So right now, Dirk is looking like he's gonna run away with this championship as well.
Ran away.
Another ring.
I'm not mad at it.
He clapped the Miami Big Three, man. Brendan Haywood said he clapped him, man. Shout out to Brendan Haywood from Greensboro, North Carolina, went to Allen, then Dudley, and then North Carolina. But his profile say he from Brooklyn. I don't understand how that work, but
speaking of North Carolina,
I just wonder what would have happened if LeBron didn't shit the bed in that series.
They probably would have got not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
He might still be with the Heat right now.
He might still be.
But before we dip, speaking of North Carolina, man, Bill Belichick is now the head coach for UNC football.
Ooh. I don't know how. I mean, I'm interested to watch, and that's what I'll say.
Of all the teams to go to,
I didn't understand it. But listen,
they just got a Jordan contract for their football team.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're gonna have the Jordan logo on the football jerseys and stuff like that. So I mean, I guess what other big splash could you do after that is
go hire Bill.
Go hire Bill.
I would love to see Bill Belichick dealing with these kids in
man
stuff like that. Like that's why it's just crazy to me. I don't know,
especially NILs. As traditional as he was in the NFL. So that'll be something to look forward to, man. Good weekend of football coming up.
I think we just got another one, didn't we? On the Cash App from Wayne. $10 Cash App. Appreciate you. He said missed the live, but he gonna watch the playback. That's dope.
Right on. And it's not that serious with a $5 super chat. This is the best YouTube sports channel, period. Facts, run, tell that, and let everybody know. Let a friend know, a friend of a friend know, and even your enemies know. Let them know.
Yeah, shout out to Dominique, Jay, Brittany, Zoe, Corey, Chris. Did I say? Oh, and Melvin. Shout out to all everybody, man, for making it a dope channel, man. Y'all the bomb.
Yeah, we
wouldn't be what we are without y'all. So we thank y'all for y'all consistent and unwavering support. It's greatly appreciated, and it does not go unnoticed, man. So from the Man Down family, from our heart to yours, man, we greatly appreciate y'all. Keep it coming because we're gonna be here as long as y'all here. So, but thank you for rocking out with us for another full panel Friday, man. We appreciate y'all.
2:30, not bad.
2.5, right there. So not too bad, not so. But same place.
Hey, we gotta help Don with her salute. That salute was what
was it? Let me see that salute again, Don.
We gotta help with Don. We got no, it's in the middle of the forehead, dog.
I have a lot of foreheads, so I gotta chop it down. I gotta chop it down.
Dom is right here.
And I can see
Dominic, my OCD is you doing me wrong right now, man.
That's your OCD. That's your chief coming out.
That's your chief. That's
Dominic,
that.
Please don't do this, man.
I have to chop down this forehead, okay?
Oh man.
Fair enough.
You guys know what comes first with me. The vanity.
All right, man.
All right, man. Till the next time, man. We'll see y'all next week, man. Peace.